evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Emberwind. Skies of Axia continued, whatever you want to call it, with the Ember crew. I am John Helfers, and thank you everyone who's popped in on this Monday evening to see the gang, as Jen so eloquently put it, not burned down the library. It's great to have everyone here. Let's get introductions for our party members. We have the full crew again. I'm very excited about this as well. So without further ado, let's start with the woman right to my right, Jen Brozick. Jen, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Started a new novel today. So I started on the third Rogue Academy Battletech book today. So that was
Yay.
fun. And I got good news that my anthology, A Secret Guide to Fighting Elder Gods, has been longlisted for the Bram Stoker Award. So
Nice.
I'm feeling pretty good. I just really hope we don't burn down the library today.
Well, super awesome start to the real world. Let's see if we can keep that going. And who are you playing?
I am playing Lady Savoy Veneer. She is an Atlanta, and she's also kind of the mom of the group. She's the one who tries to do everything politically correct, but not always, because sometimes it's more convenient to punch people in the face.
Yeah, but Savoya's had to walk a little bit of a tightrope between actions and words and et cetera, because
Yes.
her actions
Right
have consequences.
Yeah, and right now she's keeping her mouth shut because she doesn't know anything about the academy.
All right. Excellent. Glad to have you aboard. Next up, Marie Bilodeau. Hi, Marie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. What's going on up in the glorious, cold, blustery Canada?
It's all a frozen hellscape. You must help us escape. You know, it's not bad. There was actually rain, and it's like wet out there now. There are lakes forming between the snow piles, and it's all a big mess. So we take our crowbar to the snowbank so that we create rivulets leading away from our home. This is Canada.
Oh, Canada, where a crowbar is required to like clear your driveway or whatever. That's a new one. I've not heard that.
It's called fighting back against winter. Oh.
Is it just such a hopeless rearguard action, though, to be honest?
It's like boss, wall of ice,
I saw Brahms snicker at that, so I think his answer is yes. I'm just saying.
I just imagine this. It's like a Final Fantasy boss, wall of ice, has like 1,000,000 hit points, and then Jennifer's just there, just smacking with a crowbar, doing 1 damage every time.
Exactly.
You know what? And you never win. Keep hitting. It doesn't matter.
See? Anyway, glad to have you here. Who are you playing, and what is your plan for the arson in the library? Maybe that's what I should have called this episode.
So I'm playing Malma. Malma is a, ship captain. Some might say unsavory terms like smuggler or pirate, but those are all just very synonymous to what she is.
Such a negative stereotype.
I know. Opportunist.
They're hurtful. Memes hurt people. And so at the academy, Malma did not really want to go. But there might be desserts or something that she can stress eat as she's waiting for Savoy, especially to help her get her ship back, the cupcake, which has been very unfairly kept under lock and key and guard. And
well, it's not under guard by the order anymore. It's under potentially someone worse. So potato. So now I totally want to see a meme now with your face saying, you say smuggler, I say opportunist. Just let's on the internet. Anyways, it's great to have you here, Marie. Always a pleasure. Moving on to our next Canadian cohort, that's Brahms Balrathian. Brahms, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, John. Looking forward to maybe burning down a library with new fire powers. It would be an accident, it kind of happened,
Some folks just want to see the world burn.
Also true.
There you go. Everest might be getting a little too flame happy. We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyways, but you are playing.
I am playing Everest Argentium, and he has some new abilities that came into play last session, which turned out to be fairly useful.
Yep. Okay, Divinorium, stop giving people ideas. Exactly. Stop helping. That is correct. Good to see you. Yes, that came in very handy in a combat you suffered through last time. So hopefully that won't be the case here. We'll see. These pesky foreigners. Anyways, last but certainly not least, Sod from the land down under, which is still a little crispy after
Still
the events
on
of the
fire.
past several weeks. Yep.
Yeah. Though we did have a nice Australia Day long weekend just now, where we got to relax and just enjoy the fire.
We stepped outside and roasted marshmallows. It was great. Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully you guys are getting things, I guess, sort of under control.
Yeah,
kinda,
it's just
more or less.
There's so much land that it's burnt. It's just impossible to. You just have to let it go and just hope for the best, really, and just try and contain it as best as possible. That's really it.
Well,
sucks.
We're rooting for you. There's been a lot of funds set up with various rewards for people. I'm not going to go into details for people who are raising like a lot of money down there for and around the world. So that's good that the world comes together. Yep.
It's actually surprising how much like support we've gotten, and it's
people like the Aussies overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's just. I don't know what else to really say about that, other than thank you.
Yeah, it makes ours look like a campfire. I mean, our West Coast usually gets tinderized pretty, but you guys just blew it out of the water. Like hold our lager.
It's already bigger than the last like 4 or 5 major fires around the world combined.
Mm-hmm.
That's how like bad it is.
Australia, we don't do things by halves, not at all. All right. Well, anyways, glad to have you here, sir. Who are you playing?
I am playing Laureate, who is a druid, but we're going to the academy. This is going to be fun. Yay!
Yes,
this is where I was.
The academy.
Yay!
That Laureate was expelled from after a disastrous trip into the Silverglades.
This is.
Been 10
Yikes.
years.
Good times. Good times. Anyways, yes, there's been adventure. There's been airships. There's been skyworms and weird islands and ribbons of metal and skullduggery, chasers, and all sorts of stuff. And that literally, folks, is my summary. Most of you, I think, have been watching this one for a long time now. You can go back and catch up on the last 16 episodes. However, due to their need to find out information about spiritualism, the party has found themselves at the academy, which, again, the aforementioned Laureate was banished from 10 years ago after her trip to the Silverglades. And you was it last session or the session before where you kind of opened up about that? 2 sessions ago?
It was 2, I think. Yeah, 2.
I think the last one we did last year. So
yeah,
episode 15. If people want to know more about Laureate's backstory, it's quite a tragic tale. But on to the present. So you're currently facing what Laureate to be the entire academic board, and I said his name. Hold on, I got it here. It's Helez just gave you a withering, almost a condemnationist way of introduction. Let's see. I believe the words were, was it Adept 4th Class Laureate? I was told you'd be arriving. You have some nerve showing your face on these grounds again.
I believe that was 3rd level adept, initiate. Sorry.
Is that what you say to him?
Yeah.
Not in my eyes. And indeed, that class you aspired to was given in haste once we reviewed the records.
I assume this change was just suddenly implemented as of within the recent 24 hours or so.
It was entered into your record when you were expelled from this academy for gross negligence.
I was notified.
Why
about
are
this.
you here?
I'm here on behalf of Admiral Rhea to research and gain information on an important matter for Adriel, and here is the paperwork, and I start handing the letter over.
Snatches it out of your hand and unfolds it. Upon first read, it's like you see him like he bit into a lemon. Just not happy about it. Then his eyes fall upon something in the corner, and he folds it, hands it, kind of holds it out to you, and if you don't grab it right away, he's going to let it pretty much fall to the ground.
No, I'll see your response first.
As this comes from the Order, and I recognize Admiral Rhea's signature, so it is not a forgery, I will grant you and your associates, since I believe the paper did mention and your associates, access to the library until midnight tonight, as that is the date on this writ. At midnight, you will be removed from the library. I trust you have completed your business before then. 1 minute after, and the consequences will be most severe. And he motions to, and I really should have had this name out already. It's kind of my bad. Hang on a second, I gotta pull out. So, do you have the name of the library administrator?
That's
I'll be damned if I can remember who it is.
Nebin.
Nebin, yes. That's
I put the list in Discord, remember? If you want to
oh
grab
yeah,
it.
you did. That's right.
I did a short list for you, so in case you forgot.
My GM so on the ball here. Let's see. We did that was personal. Yeah, hold on. Somewhere here. There it is. Nebin. Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. And so he waves to an older man, late 50s, maybe early 60s, white goatee, balding. He's got a fringe of hair. Administrator Nebin will escort you to where you need to be.
Yes, I assume I'll be able to have access to any other administrator if I request it.
You will set up you will set up in the library. Other administrators will be made available to you if their schedules permit. Your fact-finding mission is supposed to be to the library, and this you will restrain yourself. This is not for you. This academy is not your personal stomping ground to go stomping around on at your leisure. You squandered that right 10 years ago, if you don't recall. With that, he turns and walks away, and the rest of the panel, the board goes with him, leaving only Nebin, who clears his throat and looks at you. And
I pick up the note while he's like walking away and dust it off, make sure it's clean and fold it up again. Administrator Nebin?
Yes, he nods. On behalf of the Academy itself, I wish to apologize for the High Adept's behavior. As you can tell, certain events have remained a sore spot with him. And, well, your coming here caused great consternation, Laureate.
Well, no one wants to hear about a failure of the Academy, especially Adept Hellas.
Well, especially not such a public one that had such high hopes, and the results, let's say, of course, were not what anyone expected. But come, we should... the clock is ticking, is it not? He seems very genial, very open, not... some of the expressions on other people's faces were carefully neutral. It was really hard to get a read on them, but he seems like, he's got a job to do and he's going to do it, basically. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't seem to also harbor any ill will toward you that you can tell.
I lean over to Laureate. I'm like, that guy who was talking, did you kill his cat?
The High Adept, no, he doesn't like failure, and especially after what happened, how humiliating it was for him to have to go before the council and say that we failed.
Mm.
He needed someone to vent it on, and that's me.
Lucky you. Oh, we have work to do, I guess.
Yeah, you're already walking into the or over to the library wing, I think we said. So,
yep.
Excuse me. I'm gonna turn this down as Twitch. Music's a little high for me. There we go. All right. And yeah, I don't have really a discussion. Read that description of yours real quick, because I'm gonna go pop that file open. Yeah, the Academy is fairly imposing. I mean, it is one of the largest structures in Adriel. It's been built on over the years and adapted and such and such. So you are in the presence of academia at its highest. And Mom and Everest, you only have kind of a passing knowledge of this. Savoy, better than others, and of course, Laureate most of all. This is certainly a place of higher learning for those who are fortunate enough to study there.
And while we're walking, I want to look around and see if I can do an insight check or something to see if I'm sure we're being watched, but two, is anybody taking particular interest other than hey, there's a group of strangers walking through.
On the contrary, as you cross the wide kind of courtyard that is before the main building, there's no one here.
Oh.
It's quiet, which you wouldn't. I mean, the academy holds hundreds of various adepts and scholars and administrators, and it's very unusual that no one at all is out here to, even casually while you were arriving. So there you go. Yeah, it's a huge set of buildings covering multiple blocks, much like a university. Each building is between 2 and 5 levels high. Between the buildings, there are well-designed sitting areas and art sculptures along with technology displays. The main large gate to the academy goes straight to the administration building, which is where you're going in. From there, he will take you to the library wing. So, but yes, it's almost once Priven and his Pelez and his party left, it was actually almost eerily silent. Just a little strange.
Like the people have been told to stay away?
You don't know if they were told or just don't want to see Pelez in high dudgeon, so we're just going to avoid that area at that time of day. Who knows? Could be either.
All right. Well, that is interesting.
Inside, it is busier. There are people walking around on various missions or whatever they're doing, errands or something like that. Everyone is in robes. Different colors, greens and black with gold, and others. I think we did. Did we do a red? I can't remember if we did a red. Sod.
Red for what?
One of the different branches of the system ranking systems. I don't know if we did or not.
It is. So you mean for color of robe? For
robe color or ribbon or something. I can't remember if we talked about that.
So it was the high priest was red. So the high adept was red.
That's yeah.
We were in purple. Initiates are in purple, and anyone higher than that, so graduates, scientists and professors and admins are all in like a blue.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and then the green is when you do expeditions.
Right. All right. So yeah, and he takes you to what would be the library wing. The halls are fairly sterile. There's nothing really spectacular about them. It's this is a place of learning, so get to where you need to go and don't worry about it. There are alcoves with various busts of people that are probably famous, in the past, famous scholars. There's an alcove particularly with the founder of the academy. It's down at the end of the hall and has a little bit more of there's a skylight that kind of shines down on him, but it's too far to read anything. So it takes you to the library, which is the largest and most prevailing building on the lot. It's a huge 4-level structure and literally filled from floor to ceiling with books on every level. Each book has a unique color and numbering code system. So when you look at an array of books, it looks like the azure skies around Adriel and Axia. So Nebben says, well, here we are. What exactly are you looking for?
So we're looking for information regarding people who are able to consume the life energy of another creature. We need any books on any arcane magic of that ability, any cultural books of different groups and civilizations, and that'll be my patriot here, Everest. He will be looking into that. His people, as you can tell, he's not from around here. He may be able to help direct us on some of the groups that are not of Adriel. And I was hoping to speak with perhaps the administrator for the zoo, and perhaps even Professor Bartle for the crystal research. If I can get contact with him, he may have found some new crystals that have been identified.
But what does this crystal research have to do with your magical?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. Trying to find out if there's any kind of connection, as we don't know the full context of what could be happening, so we need to make sure we cover every base.
I will have to see if Professor Sun is available. I know they were doing a series of tests. It may not be possible to speak at this time.
Hold on, I said Professor Bartle. Is he not?
Bartle hasn't been here for years. Professor Son has... You don't... And his boss is like, you're not aware. Bartle disappeared a few months after you were expelled, after your hearing. No one knows where he got off to.
Just disappeared.
But one day he did not come into work. We went to his quarters, and it was as if he got up in the middle of the day and just walked out of the academy and vanished.
No clues as to where he went?
He left no note. He did not leave a resignation letter. He left nothing. It's been quite the puzzle here. It's a shame, too, given his research. Yeah.
When did this happen? When did he vanish?
It was... I'd have to check the exact date, but it was approximately 4 to 5 months after you were expelled from the academy.
Well, this Professor Son, if I could have a quick word with...
I will send a messenger. I cannot guarantee it. And you said also the zoo?
Yes.
So,
I don't remember meeting the professor of the zoo, but if I would...
No, Naren was after your time. She is new here, but doing quite well. But before I do that, you are coming in here and you are asking for quite a broad interpretation of your research. You need to narrow your focus, because you will certainly not be able to even scratch the surface of what you're looking for before midnight tonight.
Well, that's why
I need to know more specifics of what you're looking for. There are dozens of books on every one of the subjects you just mentioned. If you wish to have any success, you need to focus in more on what specifically you're asking for.
Maybe we talk in a private room rather than the public.
Of course. Why don't you come into my office, which is at the back. He keeps it on his office. Interestingly enough, is on the main level, where most people would have this on the second or third floor, a little bit out of the way. Apparently, he likes being more in the bustle of things, because the books they start general and go more focused as the floors go up. So you're probably going to want to go to the higher floor anyways. But he takes his office in the back, all of you, but it's large enough for all of you to come in if you wish.
Yeah, kind of like motion everyone to come in.
Okay. All right, and then he closes the door behind him and then goes and sits at the corner of his desk.
Admiral Raya of the military order has asked us to collect information on a person who is going around murdering people in Adriel. And this person isn't just killing them with, say, basic arcane abilities or weapons. This person is stealing the life force from them and leaving them dying dead husks. And my compatriot here, I point to Everest, knows this person, and in fact he was tasked with finding her.
And this person is in Adriel now, in the
Correct.
city.
As of, I believe, a week ago, maybe a bit less than a week ago, that was the last time she was spotted in Adriel, in Gelspar.
The administrator turns to you, Everest, and what information can you shed upon this scenario?
Have you ever heard of anything regarding soul transference of memories, skills, abilities, and innate magical power, increasing thereby their ability to cast and withhold or obtain knowledge through the absorption of a soul?
He looks very pensive. Well, there have always been rumors. We have very incomplete writings, mostly myth and legend. such and such 1,000 years ago, for example, we would have to go to the 4th floor, the restricted section, and I would have to do a search for the type of materials we seek, and I'm not even sure we have that, just given the very nature of the subject.
Which is
Are
why
you
I
saying
think-
this person? Are you saying this person who is doing this? That's what they're doing, absorbing someone's essence into themselves.
That is correct. A total of 9 masters of my order were murdered, their souls absorbed into this one individual.
How is it? Not. It should not even be possible.
Which is
The
why I
energy
think-
alone. I mean, we can't even. We haven't even. We've been. There's been a project trying to measure the energy of a magical person, their magical essence. We've been trying to measure it for a decade. We're not even close to cracking that. Telling me someone, not that, and forgive my skepticism, but telling me someone has absorbed not one person but 9 along with themselves. It just, forgive me if I find it far-fetched to say the least.
Well, it's more than 9 now. They're going around doing this to various citizens in Adriel.
And we've seen the bodies. And the
Were
results.
those citizens magical? Did they have ability?
We don't know. However, when we went to one of the scenes, we found this, and I pull out that black crystal thing, gem. What was it?
That's a black stone.
Yeah, the black stone, the black rock, oddly smooth black rock.
Well, I've never seen that before. May I? He reaches out a hand for it.
Which is why I believe speaking to people in other departments may help.
Well, I'm not. Forgive me. I'm trying to help you as best I can. I'm not quite sure how the zoo is going to help you if this is a person and not a creature.
Well, if there are creatures out there, my knowledge of the biology was really Weiss's forte, but I assume there would be. Could there be creatures like that out there that have been recorded, and the zoo may have some information on them?
It's possible. I will admit, I know a great many things about much, but not deep about others. So, and it's possible I may be able to help you search for ecology studies. Not sure if we've really ever compartmentalized, sucking the soul out of something, but if there is one, maybe we can find it here. However, since this has to be some sort of a spell or ritual, that should narrow our search somewhat, our focus. Laurie, you did serve this traditional internship at the library like all the acolytes did, correct?
Yes. They only had access to
Alright.
the ground floor.
Well, of course. All right. May I see that letter again, please?
Sure.
Actually, for the first time. He didn't read it in the first time, so he unfolds it.
Yeah, so I handed it over.
Yeah. All right. This is within the bounds of what the Admiral has stated. You and I will go up to the 4th floor and see if we can get the search down.
Are you sure?
It'll go faster with 2. I will not have the time. I can see I already have to clear my schedule as it is today, and it'll go faster with 2 people. I cannot. You have no idea how much is up there on other cultures and things like that. Unfortunately, I cannot take the rest of you. However, perhaps if you want to confer with your friends, they might be able to interview Naren, who I believe is on site. She's doing something in the jungle over there. And perhaps give them a list of questions. They could maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you know what I mean.
That would be great, but I guess I'm worried about what Hired Pellis will say.
You leave him to me. I'll take care of that. He does control the academy, but here, this is my domain. And besides, if we find the information you're looking for and get you out of here, that will at least ameliorate his wrath somewhat. Agreed?
Agreed.
All right. Why don't you take a moment to go over what you want your friends to ask Naren, and I'll have an acolyte take them down to the zoo. And meanwhile, I'll go arrange for a runner and then start access to the 4th floor.
Oh, the 4th floor. Okay. You see, like, Laureate's, like, flustered a little bit.
Oh, that running. Oh.
Like, this is huge. This is
Hey,
unheard
Rock On.
of.
Hey, nonstop. Welcome aboard. You're just coming into the library.
And he's about to split the party.
So we're about to...
You don't have to. Well, you kind of have to.
Kinda
it's not
have
worth it.
to.
It's a librry. Come on.
You know, at this
What
point,
could possibly go wrong?
part of me wants something to attack us.
The nastiest paper cut you've ever seen.
So we just head out and
Alright.
just go to, like, a reading table that's private as possible. Kind of.
Yeah, actually, he'll lead you to there's public places to research, and then there's private alcoves, and he'll take you to one like here. Why don't you set up here for now? I think you'll find it useful.
Thank
I'll
you.
come back in a few minutes while I make the arrangements. So, and then closes the door, so you're in like a private room now.
So welcome to the academy. I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Well, I like him.
Yeah, not everyone is as aggressive as Hydet Pelez. And it's not, we haven't hit the busy period yet. Everyone's probably in, especially all the initiates are all in class. That's why you don't see many people about.
So, we're going to go talk to a zoologist?
Yeah, yes, you're heading to the zoo. That's what we call it. Just be aware, once you go there, it'll be something out of what you'd normally see.
What happened?
I have a
We've
feeling.
seen a lot of things that we don't normally see.
Yeah,
So,
I have a feeling. I mean, like, if we can find out anything about other creatures that do the same type of thing, if there may be some kind of way, we may have more knowledge of how to combat it.
feeding
That's
based
it.
on energy?
Yes, and life energy. What do you think, Everest?
Well, the other problem becomes that they wouldn't necessarily be able to communicate any sort of sentience, and the problem thereby is that the memories also get absorbed in these soul transference.
Yeah, which is why I think it could be some kind of adaptation of what a creature might do. Some kind of maybe a mutation. I'm not sure.
Is that why the ritual to transfer?
It is possible.
Which is why I was thinking perhaps we can speak to Professor Naren Zoo. If you would be willing to do that, that would be appreciative. I'll start collecting a lot of books. See if I can find anything. I'll try and see if I can find some maybe there's some stories from either other tribes or factions similar to yours, Everest, who may have something similar to this.
It is possible because Ixis was not always in the temple.
And I'll see
So
if
it's
there's
very
maybe
possible.
there's some stories that we have here, even if they're incomplete about your people as well. You may not know. But just be careful. There's a good chance you'll be asked a lot of questions and reasoning behind everything. So you just have to stand your ground. And be confident against these people. Some of them can be a little bit rude.
Is rudeness the thing we're most worried about here, or is there anything else we
Well,
should be concerned about?
Depends on their rank. if they're wearing blue robes, there's a good chance that they may be able to kick you out the academy.
Oh.
So just be careful with what you say to them.
Oh. So being kicked out of the academy is the thing we're most worried about?
Well, it just means we won't have information. We're just going to have to go blind.
So, like, no monster is going to attack us?
Oh, this place is I mean, like, the worst thing that happens is you'll bump into someone.
Oh.
I
Very
suspect
violent.
if we are attacked on the academy grounds, it will look very, very poorly on the academy
Oh, yes.
and
That
their
too.
security. And if they don't think that, I'm certainly going to make certain they know that I think that. So,
That's fine. That sounds fun. Let's go talk to a professor. Yay.
yes. I'm going to let Everest start with that because he knows more of what we're dealing with than I do. I just know how to talk politely.
Laureate, will you be okay by yourself, even in the library?
I'll get us ready and set up for a lot of reading. Should be okay. Just a bit of a shock to be back here, but I'll manage.
Do you want one of us to stay with you so that we're 2 and 2?
Up to you, honestly, but you won't be able to come up to the floors above the ground floor. It'll just be me and Administrator Nebben. So you won't be
You
able to
should come
exactly
with
keep
us.
an eye on me. However, if you want to stay here anyway, Malma, I can get you a nice supply of books on airships.
Oh.
There's a few. While it's the actual technologies behind them are kind of a secret that I don't know where they are, but we'll be able to get some basic books on them. If you'd like to read through some of that.
Well, I mean, chances are I've already probably looked at them if they're just the basic ones. I mean, I like my desserts, but I like my airship knowledge too. But I'm just concerned about your safety at this point. Not to say that we have encountered some dubious characters in the past, but
Well, I know my way around the academy. I can, if anything does happen, first thing I'll do is I run and regroup with all of you. I know exactly where you're going and how to get there.
I suspect Laureate will be fine, especially with the permissions we've been given. And if not, Laureate knows the customs and courtesies of the academy much better than we do. So.
And also, the vast majority of the professors and administrators do have some arcane abilities that would be able to assist if anyone dares to attack. But in my time, the academy, there was no events like that I recall.
Yes.
all right. You know this place better than I do. This is not exactly my forte.
Well, you may, knowing you, Mama, you may be interested in the zoo.
I do like strange creatures. Once I had this great, that's a story for another time, but it's a really good one. Lost several cells to it though, but it was fun.
Well, there
And
will
I'm
be
sure
some.
there are plenty of fish.
There will be some live creatures there, but there will also not be live creatures there, so to speak. You'll see as you.
That's like my story with the cells. It's great. All right, I'm in for the zoos.
Okay, just a moment. While you guys were chatting, I'm trying to figure out. So, Laura, did you want to give them any pointers on specific questions to ask?
Well, I told them just about trying to find anything about creatures who do similar type of life siphoning abilities. I think they can run with that. I don't really know what else to really.
Okay, I got it.
Any other ideas?
I'm letting someone else take the lead with
I've only
speaking to
had
the
a few
professor.
hours. I've only had overnight to really think on this, so.
Well, we're gonna start letting with Everest because he's the most magically inclined left of us. So if Everest can't come up with the right questions, then we'll start spitballing. But
Okay. All right, and my Chrome has decided to freeze, which is delightful.
MU Chrome.
I'm sure Everest can at least start the conversation. And if something in the zoo breaks out, Marie can protect us.
There we go.
Yes, Mama is waffling between completely bored and also suspicious of everything.
Well,
That's pretty wise.
that's kind of where I am at this point, but I'm like, okay, this is not completely my bailiwick at all. So I'm just going to make other people talk and see.
But I would say this, you definitely notice the initiates in purple, Laureate actually still wears that outfit, but not within the Academy's walls. And also, a lot of the markings and insignias that are on the outfit is not on Laureate's version of it.
Don't you also have a green version still?
Yeah, that was that had all the symbols on it. That was covered in blood and shredded up. If you remember, I showed that to you.
Right.
From the chest. So I think
God.
they'll know what to do.
Anyone have any questions? This website is not.
Is Roll20 going dirt?
No, it's not them. It's the Nomnivore one. They need to. Yeah, it's
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm not gonna restore that. All right.
So, one quick request.
Yes.
As you enter into the zoo, there will be a series of plaques with names on it, various members who have succeeded in the zoo, in the Academy's biological division. Could you just see if there's a second biologist Weiss there?
A second biologist named Weiss?
Yes.
Yes, I will look.
Thank you.
All right, just need a moment. So let's start with you, Laureate. And by the time you're done with the conversation, it seems that they're ready to go, or Naren's ready to take you up there. So okay. Now, damn thing.
I thought Naren was the zoologist.
Not Son.
Nevin was the.
Or no, Son's the crystal one. Nevin, yeah, you're right. Nevin's the one. Yeah,
Nevin
too many
is
N's. Too many N names. All right. Jesus. Yeah, this is. I'm resorting to taking a screenshot of what I need here because I can't download the PDF. Like that's not. It's not even coming up.
Is this your work stuff?
Well, no. This is something I would like to use for the game. This session I just kind of came up with, and now I can't get the stats on it because the site's not working. There we go. All right. I got it. Sorry. No.
Okay.
No, all good. Just it's been an issue, and I'm gonna tell them, look, you guys, you gotta put this up higher to get things fixed. Oh wait, there it came. Now it showed up. It took literally it took about 10 minutes to download.
Yeah, the website's really slow for me as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
I will tell them that. All right. Anywho, so by the time you're done with your conversation, what did I say? Naren's come back? Yes, Naren's come back. And
Nevin.
He says, Nevin. Damn it. I think I remember these guys. I'm the one who named them. Anyways, let's see. All right. And he says, yes, Laureate, if you come with me, and he has a small person in a first year Acolyte's robes. Not that you guys know, but Laureate, you'd recognize that. Acolyte Jean will take you to the zoo, and Administrator, I say Naren? Can't remember now. The zookeeper person. Oh, that's not it. The zookeeper person's name is. I do have it up here. Come on, killing me here. Unfortunately, I did. Zookeeper is. Yeah, Naren. All right, Naren's zookeeper. Nevin. Yeah, I got it. I should have changed those names.
You have Naren and Nevin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not good, but not a good idea on my part.
They're just brothers. It's fine.
Everyone else is fairly widespread. Those two, of course. You had to pick the two that were closest together. All right. This acolyte will take you to Professor Naren. over at the zoo. All right. Laureate, if you come with me.
Very well.
And he takes you into a small room that then he pushes a button and rises. It actually starts raising just like an elevator would be. They have stairs, but for access to the 4th floor. All right. And yeah, you've never been to the 4th floor. You've only heard the rumors. So, and of course, when it opens up, there's actually kind of an airlock where you step into a small room, the door closes, and then the outer door opens. And you notice the doors that are behind you and in front of you are more tightly, seem like they're more tightly sealed, just to protect from anything trying to get in or out. So Naren tells you to hold up for us, or no, not Nebin. I'm gonna get this right one of these days. Nebin tells you to hold up here for a few seconds, and you hear some sort of whir as if something's activated while you're standing there. And after about 30 seconds, he says, "All right." He motions forward. The doors open in front of you. We try to keep this room as clean as possible within the limits of our technology. All right. So, and this one is shades of gold instead of blue, like on the 1st floor. Yep. And so he's thinking about. I think the best way to do this is perhaps if you take straight magical writings, and I will try for cultural.
Very well. Is there a specific row?
So he directs you to a row of shelves, and it's literally a row of shelves packed full of scrolls, tomes, books, all sorts of stuff. And
Crack
yeah,
knuckles.
It's pretty much.
Here we go.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, you know the system, but looking for this, especially a specific mention of, well, this person took the soul out and put another person. It's a needle in a haystack. So, and Nevin says that bring out, sing out if you need anything. I will be over here.
Allowed to take
I'll do the same.
Down to the ground level.
It's going to depend on what you find.
Okay.
They're not supposed to leave the floor, and I'm usually fairly strict about it. So anything you might need from here, you may need to copy while you're here.
Okay.
But let's see if we can find what we can find first and then go from there. All right. So you pull up, and there's tables and chairs, and you can start setting up an area near here as you start combing the stacks, basically. Mm-hmm. Super exciting.
I'm gonna cheekily, knowing Laureate, I would like to see if there's anything regarding Silverglade's incident.
As in your particular mission?
Yeah.
Okay.
If any of the my writings were put here, or any of my either belongings or writings from any other scientists.
I see. All right. Let's see. By the way, what are your anchors, Saad? What storage anchors that you have?
Kendrick and Half Crystals.
Okay.
Deadweight, Elise,
right.
Council Academy,
Mm-hmm.
Chases.
Yeah, we're stacking up there. Anyways, I will need you to make me a stealth roll.
Okay, stealth.
Because you're leaving the area. Obviously, the Silverglades is not in the area you're in. Mm-hmm. That would be in crystals and such.
Look at that too.
All right, that didn't quite. So you're edging away from your area as if you're going, because you want to go. You said take a look and find this would be under. You think it need to be under like regional, like almost geography or hearth crystals. You're not sure, and a bustle of robes you hear coming, and you turn around just to see Nebin come back and say, "Oh, something wrong? You look like you were heading off in the wrong area."
Just seeing if there was something around this side of the road. This road.
Oh no. This other row is not where you need to focus on. Right,
okay.
Right here is where you need to stay. Right. So,
I
have a couple promising leads, but let's stay on the matter at hand. As I said, every minute counts, and you have a long way to go. So,
of course.
I'll be back. Let's reconvene in perhaps an hour. Let's see if we can put our notes together and see what we found. All right. So he bustles back off. So you can try again,
I'll spend the next half hour just going through the I'm not going to try again just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before trying again. So I'm going to start researching.
Yep, that will be. You probably. I'll give you. That's going to be a knowledge roll.
Make it. Yes.
Yes. All right. And of course, given your knowledge here, you're able to focus in on areas where you think this would be the most useful fairly quickly. There isn't. Well, there's a fair amount here. I mean, magic is fairly widespread in Adriel or in Axia, anyways. So, but the problem is now trying to get in on specifics of what you're looking for, of course. So that's going to be taking up the most of your time for this check. You made it by 10, so it will be effective, but it's going to take time. So sure. I'm going to leave you here surrounded by the stacks. I'm going to go over to the other party, rest of the party. So, okay, don't need this up, so I'm going to take that back. Excuse me. Yeah, you three are escorted by the acolyte, who's fairly, I mean, he's obviously new. He just kind of, he looks very young, and he's kind of, you know, I don't want to say bumbling, but he's got that eager puppy aspect about him. Let's just put it that way. That's the easiest way to describe him. And he's, you know, if you come this way, and he's very polite and kind of almost nodding and bowing and all that stuff too. So let's see here. That's fine. And he takes you along several corridors to a different building. This one's only 2 stories high, but it's much bigger in terms of square footage. So you're not sure how it's divided up, but it's square foot area. It's probably as large as the library, but spread over 2 floors basically. So, and he comes and he says, if you will, comes to a door and says, the administrator will be in here. Be careful. It's the zoo. That's all I'm going to say. I can't be any more clear than that. Just stay on your toes. Literally, that's what he says. Yeah. And then the administrator will summon a runner to send you back. So good luck. And he leaves you by the door.
Oh, like, okay. Suddenly things got more interesting.
I'm so glad I came to the zoo.
All right. So 3 of you are standing pretty much out there. What do you do?
Knock on the door.
Okay.
The one that was indicated.
All right. There is silence for a bit, and then the door is cracked open, and a face that has like a leather kind of, you're not sure if it's a breathing mask, some sort of protective apparatus on it, covering it, and it flips open like goggles that hinge, so he flips open like, what?
We've been sent over here by Professor Nevin to meet. I don't get the 2 mixed up, but I don't have them written, so. Nevin versus Nubbin?
Well, whose fault is that?
Yours.
Hardly.
Yeah, I'll put it in Discord just so you know.
Yeah, throw the names up there, right. Okay, you're looking for Naren. Not Nebin. Yeah, exactly. Naren. Yeah.
We're looking for Professor Naren.
Okay.
He's been sent over from the library.
Put down the hall, and then you hear, everyone make me a focus roll. Who's here?
Yay. Not focused. Having a great time.
Already bored out of your gourd.
I am.
It's not her strength.
Focused. I am. I'm like trying to get to the mission. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay,
I'm the only one who's focused.
Yes. And Everest and granted, Savoy's talking to this person, so that's probably, and Almost is already bored out of her gourd. So you happen to hear what sounds like some sort of a loud thump or something from behind him. He doesn't. And then Everest, make me another focus check, please. Or actually, you could use focus or insight, whichever's higher. Actually, you're going to be focus, I think. No. Okay, you do not notice any kind of reaction from the person in front of you. I was like, oh. And he looks up and down the hall. You're here already. Weren't quite ready for you. Well, come in. That's and steps aside and opens the door. The door is thick, quite thick, by the way. And then now you can see that this area is lined with cages, but most of them are empty. So, do you enter?
Yes, and ask, do we also need protective gear?
No, you should be fine. You're fine. And that's when he does cast a glance over his shoulder at the other door that you assume he came out of. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, and closes the door and locks it with heavy-duty bolts at the top and bottom.
I like him.
All right.
So I thought this was a zoo. Why are all the cages empty?
Oh, well, zoo is kind of the nickname for it. This is a research facility. Let's see.
Are you Professor Naren?
Oh, me? No. Not at all. Naren is currently conducting an experiment. If you would just give me a few minutes, we'll have to go wrap that up. I need to see how that's coming along. And if you just wait out here, she should be with you shortly. One moment, I'll be right back. And everyone can make me another focus roll. Everest, you have +2 on your. I'm sorry, -2 on your roll. Mama is just totally out of it.
It's so.
You just looking at all these cages, go, what is with these?
I think this is kind of. I think that's kind of in character for Momo, to be honest.
Well,
It's not her strength.
it's not out of character, that's for sure. All right, Savoy and Everest. Now that Savoy, that you're not engaged with him, you also hear again a thump from what sounds like the next room. And Everest, this one sounded a little bit louder this time. And the guy is going to open, or the person, you're not really sure if it's a male or female, is going to open the door, and suddenly out bound something that looks like, well, I wouldn't call it necessarily a nightmare, but it's pretty damn close. I even have a picture to show people. I gotta put it up.
Yay, pictures.
Indeed. All right, hold on a second. Sod, how do I go about doing that, by the way?
Did you upload the picture yourself through the art library?
I
You can either
did
do that,
not.
or you can link me to it. Is there? Can I download it somewhere?
Yes, actually, well.
You can go
Yeah.
art library, hit the upload button.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'll do? I'm gonna throw it in Discord real quick.
Yeah, throw it in Discord and I can just. Pop
Sorry,
it
I
on.
should have done this beforehand. So bear with me, folks. Yeah, here we go. I've got it.
I'm excited.
So bear with me.
Oh my.
Excited, yeah.
What? Oh, come on. How big is this thing? Hang on.
If it's like above 5 meg, then you can't send it.
Hold on. Luckily, I've got a really quick way to fix that. It is above, but I got a way to fix that. Hang on. Just, 2 seconds,
Because
folks.
we don't have nitro. If we have nitro, I think it's like 20 meg.
It's 100 actually, is what it said, but
Oh.
we ain't doing that. Okay, 1 second. No. But I can fix this. I can fix it quickly.
I believe in you.
That's right. Okay.
I can see
Okay.
Mama's gonna wrestle whatever this is to the ground.
Oh.
If she notices it.
Point.
The fish with
All
arms and legs. Get him all.
Oh, surely, yeah, exactly.
Wrestle.
All
I've
right.
got my mace.
It's coming your way, Sod.
Okay.
Okay, you should have it. Processing now. All right.
Oh boy. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me just.
That's not ominous. That's totally fine.
No, totally fine.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
I just put. Do you want to put it in the stream? Do you guys?
Killing
You
somebody.
guys.
Yeah,
all-
just throw it up.
I'll throw it in the stream. It's easier.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys just check the stream once I pop it in.
Yeah, so I brought that up. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna totally cheat on this and move the players over to here. There. Right? Does that do the job? Is it going to switch it? All right,
Way
are
too
we...
big. I need to shrink. Holy crap! This thing's huge.
It is kind of large. Yeah.
It's a
Sorry,
Very
everybody.
high
Sorry.
quality image. Hold on. Getting it
Alright.
ready now.
I shrank it. I didn't shrink it enough. Okay.
It's fine. I'll just here we go. Bam! There it is. You'll see it after a bit of delay.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Oh, I want to hug it.
And I need to move you guys onto this purple thing,
I'm
the
not
map.
seeing anything yet.
You mean
Yeah, I'm not either.
which
I
map?
saw it on the
There it
screen.
is. There it is.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I thought I moved the players over to the map I'm going to use, but I don't.
Oh,
The purple.
oh, that is lovely.
It's cute,
Oh,
eh?
and about the size of a tiger. So
Aw, needs
yeah.
a hug.
yeah, and behind it runs a small diminutive person with a similar set of some sort of apparatus, a heavy leather apron and
Oh.
thick gloves that say, "Damn it, don't let that thing get out."
Well, fortunately, the door is already closed.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's already saying you guys and is moving in. So this room is not perfect, but we're just going to use this as kind of the room. Consider the first half, the part. Are we? Yeah, there we go. The part with the 8 columns, those are not there. Just consider that the room that you are in. The door is down here, but it is bolted. That's true. Unfortunately, you're still kind of stuck in here with the critter. Yeah, and it looks very agitated. I think that's the best way to put it. Let's see here. Doody. Let's go with this one.
Just a reminder to everybody. I have a +2 to your damage. I have an empowering aura. I could do that for a while.
Bless you.
I
Alright.
suddenly am like, oh, there's danger.
So if you guys want to place yourselves anywhere within the 4 squares nearest the door, and I will get this gruesome character up and running.
Remind us how we do that.
Click and drag from the character
yeah.
tab, which is be the third one from the left.
From the left.
Journal. It's like a journal tab.
I did not make a tab for this, so I'm just gonna use. I think it's. I gotta check something here. Hold on.
I found me.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That.
He's
Oh,
like
wow.
Bloodhound.
Wow, my God, you're huge.
Sorry,
You are owning the ground.
Oh,
it's my aura.
You're there.
Yeah. I don't.
there we go. You did the wrong one. You did the wrong
Oh, I
drag out.
did.
Yeah. You did portrait drag out.
They're
You probably-
multiplying. Oh dear God.
Yeah. There you go.
That seems.
You can use Bloodhound if you want, just as a representative.
Well, yeah, but this isn't a bloodhound, so I'm going to use actually the tab for the tag here of because that's what is mentioned on the character sheet. It's actually an elite class
Oh boy.
beastie.
Oh.
So
Super.
Oh
yeah, that was
Oh,
interesting.
boy. Oh boy.
So let's get the order up here. You already got that. Thank you. Thank you, Sod, for clearing that. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit, although I like it. It's a little loud for me.
Okay, so skewer will not work if it is an elite.
That is true. All right, stream is music okay? We're all good there, I think,
Yeah,
right?
I think it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I think
Background.
so.
Yeah. Okay, now he actually came out over here. Yeah, right like that. Okay. All right. Yes. And then just before combat is joined, the last thing she says is, "Don't kill it. You gotta take it alive."
Oh, come on.
No, I knew that was gonna happen. We can't kill it.
Fine.
Fine.
Yep. Okay.
Really? We have to take it
Yes.
alive? You're kidding me.
No.
Ugh. Fine, go to the zoo. They said it would be fun. Yeah, okay.
Nobody said anything about the word fun. It's
I
like
don't recall any
too.
fun heard there.
I'm pretty sure I heard
It's
fun
a zoo.
too.
It's a zoo. They're supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
well, it certainly is going to be educational, now isn't it?
Painful, maybe. All right. So it is elite class creature. So you all get to go before it. The question is, what do you wish to do?
I know
Okay,
what
remember
Mama
what-
would do.
I have to remember what I can do. So
Ugh.
How does the movement work again, if you don't mind just reminding?
It's up to 5 squares is a slow action. Diagonals count the same as vertical or horizontal. You can
Perfect.
tumble up to, I think it's 3 squares, like around enemies through enemies. And then a shift movement is 1 square. That's a fast action.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Where is somewhere? Dadgummit. All right. Well, I need at least an order from you guys. Need to figure out who's going first and what's going on.
Let Mama go first.
I want to go. You know what's gonna happen if I go first, though? Like, there's no mystery here.
No, you're gonna go first and you're gonna whack it, and we'll see how bad it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I love whacking things.
All right. Whack City. So,
Whack City.
just out of curiosity, like, how are you treating it in terms of, as I said, not killing it per se?
Is there a non-lethal version of what we can do?
Well, not particularly. So it might be just a matter of, let's see. We don't really have anything for subdual. It's usually, to the death or whatever.
Is there something?
I'm going to say, let's see. Well, we're just gonna play it by ear. I mean, I'm just curious if Mama had any ideas if she was gonna I'm gonna use the flat of my mace, not the spiky part or something like that. I just wasn't sure. Or I'm gonna pull my punches so I only do half damage or something like that. I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that one, so we're gonna take it to a certain. You guys are gonna have to wing it and go by how damaged it looks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the non-spiky part of my mace. Talk.
Okay.
Give it a headache.
Talk.
All right.
Right
But
on the head.
you're still kind of swinging though, right? I mean, you're that kind of thing.
Well, swinging is kind of my thing.
Yeah. All right. Who's going next?
I'll go last.
Okay.
Set it on fire. We'll probably kill it.
That's why I was like, all my abilities light it on fire. And I'm going this is gonna go poorly.
Well, you never know. It's an elite. It may not, in fact, actually do that.
Sure it won't. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
No, I mean us doing damage to it. We may not, in fact, hurt it as
Oh,
much.
well,
as
that is theoretically possibly
I
true.
mean, that is possible.
So, Everest going last is also good because Everest might be healing us.
True.
To be sure.
How do I heal you exactly? Considering
Oh,
I
wait,
don't
you
have
don't have any
spell?
healing, do you?
No.
Good point. He's more of an offensive. Well, he's the Ardent, not a druid. Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah.
Is there an open cage we could lure it into? Because I have taunt.
None of these caves look big enough for this thing.
Oh well then, let's just fight it.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, this will be fun.
This is fine.
All right. Well, Mama, then you are up. So
You keep
have at it.
All right, so I'm going to take a slow to reach it. Bloop.
Okay.
And I said stand here. Right. Oh yeah, you said the columns weren't actually there, right?
Right. They're not there exactly. So.
And I can hit
they're not?
at a
Okay,
diagonal, right?
Yeah. Ignore the columns. Oh yeah. That's fine. He's
Okay.
absolutely within. Right.
So I am going to hit it with my mace, but I'm gonna try to thwack it on the side of the head to kind of jostle it instead of just kill it.
That's very kind of you. All right.
Well, Laureate said.
How much damage do you want to do? I guess is the question. Is this like a test tap to see how strong it is?
I'm gonna assume it's pretty strong.
Yeah,
So-
it looks pretty hardy.
So I'm gonna hit pretty hard, hoping that I would just knock it out and not kill it. And if I kill it, oh well, you know what? They should be better with their animals.
Indeed. Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, you're defending yourself. It very much looks like it's going to come at someone. So yeah, you're defending yourself. So all right,
Exactly.
that's a cap check then.
Okay, so just my weapon then.
Your D20 and the 3 numbers at the bottom left of your character sheet.
That
So
one.
11, yeah, and that's a hit. You do not penetrate, so it will get its toughness against your mace as it dunks into the side of its head. But it shrugs off a lot of that. What would normally be a really solid hit for you, it shrugs off a good deal of it. You did hurt it, but not a ton. I'm gonna be honest. So it's like a scratch. Like a scratch. There you go.
Oh.
So
Just a
there you go.
scratch.
Just a scratch. So that was a move and an attack, which you did hit it. So yay. And that's about it. Now the downside, unfortunately.
The upside is I have a lot of HPs.
I need you to make. Oh, what is that? I need you to make a set resistance. Hang on, I gotta check this. Let's see. We need a character sheet out here. Somewhere. Oh, here we go. Wait, I got one. Is this it? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I need you. That's old. Okay, I need a newer one. Hang on. Let's see. No variants, no nothing. Maximum AP. Nope. I think it's just one less. All right, I need. Damn it! This is really annoying. Let's see here. There's Talon. That's what I need. Okay, what I need is you to make a willpower roll. Thank you. It shouldn't take me so long to find that. All right, I need you to make a willpower roll, please.
A willpower roll. Is that in my defense, I guess?
Yes, John, one of your defense values. That's correct.
Okay. Oh, I'm feeling very
You
well.
made it. Very good. All right, you feel a wave of cold wash over you, but you shrug it off.
Phew.
Yep. Okay, there it is. That's what I need to know. All right. I'm going to keep this up because that might be handy later. All right. As you clunk into it, it's like gives off. It's cold here. The air around it is frigid, very, very chilly. Okay. And now as you get closer, you notice that the person who has said to give you the orders of capture it or stop it but don't kill it is dressed in a thick coat, like bundled up. So, all right, that is your turn. So now it is Everest is up next.
Everest wanted to go last.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, it's got to be switched.
Someone, no problem. There, Savoy is up next.
There we go.
Just like I said.
1,
Yeah,
2,
exactly.
3, 5. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna do a sweeping strike.
Okay, remind us what the heck that does again, please.
I have a range of 2 squares, but I'm not gonna have the fast action to knock it prone.
Okay, that's true. But you're just going for the damage. All right.
I'm just going to see if I can.
Well, not with that roll.
Yes,
okay.
I'm playing D&D. I can't. And my cat wants me to play fetch. No.
Well, one thing at a time. All right. However, that did not cut the mustard there. So Savoy comes up.
Wow.
You're using a spear, right?
I have a sword.
Sword. Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, all my range stuff is a sword.
Okay. Takes a mighty swing and misses, unfortunately. So.
I do a lunge forward.
Yep.
Seriously, cat?
Okay. Can I hide this? All right. So that was movement and attack. That was your turn. Now, Everest, you are up if you wish to be. Which I assume you do.
Okay. No, I'll pass.
You guys got this tackle. That's just no big deal.
You guys are fine. So what I will do is I will do ground 0 on myself as a fast action, giving myself 5 squares to perform my action. I will then also fan the flames, so as another fast action.
Okay.
And then I will proceed to do a mana echoes on him. So those are, well, actually they would be what, because they're D8s, so it's +2, so D12.
That is correct. All right, now you said, let's see, -2 range on our next spell, minimum 1, also it's like a burning. So actually you need to do, well, fan the flames itself, but you do fan the flames for your next damage dealing spell. You do fan the flames first, then ground 0, then your mana echoes. All right, just make sure you got the order right. Okay, yeah, but you're rolling 2d12. That is correct.
2d12.
Yep.
So that is d12, 2.
Well, that first roll would have been a lot better. Yeah.
A little bit.
And boy, 2d12, yeah, it just kind of glances off harmlessly off its side. However, it does take the stack of burning.
Yep.
It does, at least as far as I know. Hold on, I'll double check this. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay. Yes,
So
it does. Yeah. So, all right. So
that's 3 fast actions that I've done.
Right. Okay.
So I will then go ahead and perform another Mana Echoes, a regular one on the elite.
Okay.
9 versus
Alrighty.
resistance.
Yeah. Now, do we have a fire? I guess we'll call this fire. Fire! Alright. Okay. 1B. Alright. Okay, and you said 9? Okay,
Yeah.
that, like, nicked it, literally. Yeah, I mean, that's really, yes. And yes, the thing on its back, those tentacles do look like they're moving, like they're questing to touch something. So, just letting you know that's all. All right, let's
Wants
see.
to reach out and touch something.
Indeed. So, all right. So it is spell, 4 spells, right where you were. So good. All right, its turn. So I'm gonna do that again. Although it has 2 near it. However, what I really wanted to do is that's a 1. Okay. Well, luckily you're right there, Mama.
Yo.
Lucky you. Let's see. Why don't you roll me a d6, please, and tell me the number you get.
Why don't I roll me a d6 then? I get a 5.
Actually, I saw you rolled
That's
a
a 5?
I see you rolled a 1.
Oh.
How'd you
see
roll
a
a 5?
I see
Really?
one as well.
I see a 5, but I see a 1 there.
I think we're gonna go with the screen and everyone else saying you got a 1. All right, which is not terrible. Okay, so basic.
Yay!
Yes, it reaches out with that long slavering tongue and jaws and
Ew.
everything, and it's gonna take a chomp. We're gonna try to take a chomp on you, so I need a dodge roll, please.
Dodge roll. I am. Wait.
Ouch. No,
I'm not feeling it.
Afraid not. All right, this is versus. Okay, so you're gonna take a D10 plus 10, 18 minus your resistance, not your toughness.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
ooh.
12.
Yeah. Yep.
Oops, no, wrong thing. I got this.
And when you are done, let me know when you're finished.
Okay.
Dodge Malmanution. Yes, exactly. Another willpower roll, please.
Oh.
Ooh.
No. All right. Now you take a stack of chill, which means you have 1 less action next round.
Oh, dude, that is very negative of you.
I know. And unfortunately, it gets worse because although you did a good roll that only has 1 other action, it actually actively affects you right now. And with that chill, it kind of strikes right to your bones, and due to its secondary effect, you take 10 piercing damage.
Just like that?
Just like that. There's no roll or anything.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. You can, you do get a willpower roll. Sorry. So you get another willpower roll to avoid this. Willpower
Oh, so
No.
is not that good. All right, again, you're still taking the 10 piercing damage.
Fine.
very close there to a 1.
So remember, next turn you have 1 less action.
One less fast action?
Let me clarify that. It says chill -1 action per round. So basically, if it's 1 less action, so it's either like a slow or a fast. Like if you take a slow, you have 2 fast left. You can't take 2 slows, for example.
Okay.
But
Got it.
Yeah, we gotta clarify that if we haven't already. This is an old sheet. They might have done that already because either one, like, well, what does that mean?
My
So,
guess is you
yeah.
can't do the final action to end your turn.
Right, whatever it is. Yeah, if it's a slow, you can't do another slow. If it's a slow and a fast, you can't do the last fast. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna call it, basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but we should clarify that, I think. Okay. All right, and that was its turn. So, doggone it, stop doing that. So that was round 1. Mom was very, very cold. What do people wish to do?
stop playing nice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Any changes to the order?
Anybody have any suggestions? Because I'm good going last again.
I can go first again.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Same?
I'm gonna.
All right. Okie doke. Mama, you're up.
I am going to, feeling that this battle is going to be a little bit more complicated than I originally thought, I'm going to activate Heavy Grip, which is a slow action.
Okay.
And then I am going to do the most heroic thing that I can do when faced in such a situation. I'm going to shove.
Oh, okay. All right. And
Yeah.
you are shoving where exactly?
So, what's that behind there? Like, can I shove it I'd like to just shove it, like, back. I don't want to shove it towards Savoy or anything.
Well, it says directly away from you, so it'd be on a diagonal, so it'd be shoving it into this corner, basically.
Perfect.
Oh, that works for you? All right.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, we have auto hits. You step up or like kind of like use your mace as kind of a brace and just like, yeah, you give it a, and it goes skidding backwards. It's rather surprised by that since you're not as large as it. I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. And I believe that was your turn.
That's it.
Okay. Savoy, you are up next. The beastie is skidded across the floor and is now in the corner of the room.
I don't particularly want to chase it, so I'm going to do something I rarely do. I think I'm going to pull out my wand
Ooh.
All right.
because I saw how much she got hurt, and so let's try this basic wand. What happens?
Oh.
Or I'm playing D&D again.
So close to a 2 as well. It was just.
Yep,
Yes.
That was my first slow action. I will try it again with my second slow action.
All right.
Because nope.
You need to get back out on the wand range. Maybe practice a little bit. Maybe drawing.
Apparently.
Practice. Kind of. It's quick draw, aim. Yeah. So if your
In my
wand goes off.
Pathfinder game,
Yeah,
I
you'd be
think I
rocking.
will win this.
You'd be killing it. Yep.
I
And
do
so
rock it in my Pathfinder game.
That's two blasts for the wand go off, but they both happen to miss the cornered beast. Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
Nice try.
Everest really wants to make a joke about how impotent her wand is.
Wow.
Is that a
Well-
full action?
Might not be the time, but you're up next, so it's up to Everest can say whatever he wishes.
He's not going to.
He's more of a gentleman. All right, so this is
He
what
will,
this is
he will
what
take
see.
he will take one slow action and move up to two squares so that he's in range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then he will proceed to ground 0, and then mana echoes again.
All right.
Don't forget
So
you get
10
your
versus
+2.
resistance.
Yeah, Medic is auto hit. All right, and again, you're doing the D12 damage, right?
No, this one is a standard mana echoes. So it's
Oh,
It's
you
a
get the
standard
range.
mana
I
echoes,
got.
there's
Yeah,
no-
yeah. Okay,
This is the
got it.
burning.
Got
I
it.
had to
You
move
got
up
the burning,
because-
yeah.
I had to move up because the range was reduced, but it will take
Right.
well, does it take burning damage on its turn?
It was supposed
'Cause it
to,
should
but
have taken
I
it
forgot
last
to.
turn.
Yeah, I forgot to do that exactly. So we'll start that next turn. You guys are doing all right.
Okay.
Okay.
No
Oh, well, it's the caster should really remind me of that. It's not really the DM's job for the beast to track that. That's really the caster's deal. So yeah, it's whenever the the next turn after it activated, the condition activated. So now you have +2 on there. So hopefully Everest will remember that next time at the start of its turn.
Yep.
And
Which will be now because I'm done moving. So
there you go.
I'm done
So
my turn.
you want to roll that 2d20 there, buddy?
yes, I would. There you go, 23.
Okay, there. That's hurting it. Yeah.
Well, +2 more because my aura.
Yeah. So 25.
25.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. He is not, and Savoy has not hit it yet. So let's see.
I haven't managed it yet.
You know, it has auto hit. Mama, I need you to make another willpower save, please.
Yeah, I got this.
There you go. Yes, and a wave of cold enough to frost the air comes rippling out at you, but again you shrug it off. So okay, let's see what it's going to do. We'll just move it up to him. That's probably enough. So all right, yeah, you're 1, 2, yeah. It gathers its haunches underneath it, and in a mighty spring, 1, 2, 3, 4, right on. Actually, no, it'll do 5. Screw that. Right here on Everest. Let's see. It's been a long time. Oh no, it's auto hit. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Everest, old buddy, old pal. Didn't like that fire thing. Yeah. The flaming beast comes sailing at you. Unfortunately, it's auto hit. You don't have a chance to dodge, so prepare to take some damage. I guess that's really what I'm telling you. And I mean, and unfortunately, this thing is gigantic, and it jumps on you. And 21. Let's see. That is against your resistance, not your toughness.
So my resistance. Give me a second. Pull my sheet here.
You can quick roll your defense macro. Will show you your resistance there.
Oh yeah, 11. So minus 11. Oops.
That's not that bad.
11 there.
Damn, that's a high resistance.
Yep. I have a resistance of 9, so.
Yeah, good. That's a good thing.
Good.
Yeah.
And then I also need you to make a saving throw. I'm sorry, a willpower. Excuse me, willpower.
I was gonna say, I was like, saving throw. I'm like,
What?
I'm playing D&D.
Oh, you're definitely. Everest is definitely playing D&D.
Yes, he is.
Totally did not make that.
And in callback to Hacksaw Bridge, you are knocked prone. It is bowled into you hard enough, not only the damage, but you are knocked on your can. So you are pretty much unable to move until you burn a fast action next round standing up. That's pretty much how that works.
Okay.
Let's see. Off guard, and your dodge is at -2 until you do stand up. So there you go. Okay, and yeah, this thing's like rawr, slaver all over you, and still on fire, by the way, of course. So there's that.
Of course.
Yeah, naturally. So yeah. Let's see, but it's not done yet. What else was I doing here? Doing that. Actually, that was its first freaking move. Everest, why don't you roll your fate? Why don't you roll me a d6, please?
1d6?
Yeah, 1d6.
4.
Okay, and you see a 4. Unlike Marie, who somehow saw a 5 when there was a 1, right?
I do see a 4.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right. Okay, unfortunately, as it's standing over you, it is going to try to bite you. So roll a dodge. Remember, you have a penalty of -2. Actually, +2 technically.
+2.
Yeah. It ain't gonna cut it either way. So, all right. Nope. Yes, it's slavering fangs, and they are pretty fangy. They do sink into you, arm or shoulder, wherever you want it to be. It's fine. You're fine. Sure. It's fine. Yeah. That's not as bad as the pounce, but it's not great. So, 16. Again, this is against your resistance. So this is kind of attacked the wrong guy on this, I think.
Okay. 16. Oops, wrong thing. Whoop. 7, so -7, 14.
Sorry?
It was -7 in total, so I'm at 14
you
out
have
of
4.
32.
Point to the left. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right. And that is its turn. Okay. So that's enough for now. I think he savaged you kind of quite enough this round. Okay. So that's that. That was the end of the round. Yep. So yeah, it's hurt, but still got plenty of fight left in it. Looks like. So.
Okay.
All right. Any changes to the order? Bueller?
I think
Anyone?
we're good.
We're good.
Okay.
I would
Mama?
like
Yeah, you are up.
I am fine with this.
Hey,
So
John, while we're doing all this, what is the person who said don't kill it doing?
She seems to have
Standing
disappeared
there.
back into the lab where she came from, and you're not sure what is going on. I mean, it's kind of hard if you like glance over there, you don't see her anymore. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I just wanted to see if she was anywhere there, because if we have to kill this thing, we're gonna.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, Mama, you're up.
I'm going to say, Everest, I think you're the one who's affecting it the most, so I'm going to buy you some time to hit it. And I am going to do taunt. I don't know why it rolled.
Oh, you got it. So it's all good.
Perfect. Oh yeah, this taunt is a roll, okay. I'm going to do
Okay.
taunt, and then I'm going to also do deflect on myself.
Well, that's a trigger. That's a trigger you're gonna save until you actually take damage.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're gonna hold an action, which is good because you're still down one from the chill. Yeah. And is that all you're doing this turn, pretty much?
That's all I'm doing. I'm basically going
Okay.
to try to get the beast away from Everest.
Yeah. Is deflect? It doesn't have any limits. You could actually hold it for twice, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like you can do it twice.
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's-
doesn't
say- Oh, yeah?
It'd be how many triggers you've got. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's true. Your trigger limit. That's true. That's
How
true.
many
Mama,
triggers
how
do
many
I have?
It's up at the top of your
Everyone has
abilities.
one, but if you have any,
Yeah, you start with
feats-
one. I don't know if you took anything that would give you an extra one.
Not that I can easily find,
And
so
then you probably just have the one.
yeah. So
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm curious. What do you say to get the brute's attention? How do you taunt it?
your tentacles look as messy as a poor haircut, you ugly thing.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you
It's
huge
vicious.
points for creativity, but it does do the job. We're gonna call it that. Yeah. So
It's,
all right. So
You know-
taunt you a second time. Yes.
you don't know what hurts the creature's heart, John. You don't know.
That's true. Well, given this
Maybe
one's
very-
face, I'm not sure its looks are really what you want to go for. I just don't know. So
Honestly, I was expecting you to pull
anyways.
out like some old bit of cupcake from last night, and just chuck it at it.
Here, boy. All right. That was Mama Savoy. You are up next.
Okay, so since I can pretty much not hurt anybody at this point, I am going to do Word of Comfort first on Everest and then Word of Comfort on Mama. And because I am me, I get my first 2 fast actions for free. So I'm going to do
Nice.
Word of
There you
Comfort
go.
plus fast action.
All right. Roll
Everest.
those dice, please. Excuse me.
Everest, you get 13
That
points.
helps.
Well, you feel better.
Wow.
Nice.
And
You love
Mama.
me.
you get
You
8
feel a
points
bit,
back.
a bit
Thank
better.
you.
Yes, indeed.
So, and
Oh.
that's all well, actually, yeah, that's 2 slow actions. Wait, no, those are both fast. So 2
Those are both
fast,
fast actions. Yep.
and I have 2 fast actions left. So, you know what? Each of you are going to get another Word of Comfort, but not amplified.
Sure.
So, Everest, you get another 1 point.
1. Sure,
Yep.
I'll take it.
And Mama, you get another 3.
Thank
You
you.
two do not act out this fight.
Battle.
You're seriously
Cat cam.
battling.
Cat cam.
No, because Lilu sounds like she's being murdered whenever she play fights.
Well, yeah, one of our sons is exactly the same. Like
And
he's
she's
dying,
not.
literally. Okay. That would lead us to Everest.
Well, I think his first action is going to be to actually stand up
That's probably wise. Yeah.
as a fast action.
All right. Okay.
And
Okay. So
then
the prone problem is removed. So we'll take that out of there.
Yep.
Okay. Doink. Okay. Yep. Nice. The boot.
and then what he will And then what he will do is he will go fan the flames. He will do another ground zero, and then he will do a mana echoes.
Okay. Supercharge. All right.
So roll
Okay.
2d12.
Yeah. Roll auto hit. There you go. All right. Let's see.
Plus another 2.
Yep, that's correct. Okay.
Go play elsewhere.
Okay, that seemed to hit it. The burning, however, does not increase in intensity.
That's true.
Yeah, you've reached your max limit, unless you have something to change that. But yeah, it's now looking pretty beat up. Okay, so let's see here. That was, I think, your entire action, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Fast,
And
fast,
now it'll take its own burning damage.
Correct. So you want to roll that 2d20 again? Not quite so good.
Not so great this time.
Yep. All right, but that's that's not too bad. All right. Oh no! Wait.
Don't forget the +2.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes the point is all you need.
Well, you need a few more than that, but that is helping. Okay. All right, and then now at the end of this round, the person reappears holding it's a fist size, some sort of vial or ampule of some kind made of glass, and she shouts. It sounds like an Everest to get clear, basically, and cocks her arm back to throw.
Oh, that's great.
So, that is the end of the round. What is the order? What do people want to do?
I'll go first so I can run away.
Well, that is certainly an option. Yeah. All right. So
Sounds good
Everest,
to me.
Everest is up, so he's going to get the heck out of there. Everyone else staying kind of where they are, I assume.
That
Okay.
works.
All right. Savoy, you're good.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So Everest, yes, it's your turn.
Just a quick question there, John. So it chose to do no action that turn?
Yeah.
Oh, did I skip its turn? Well, what's wrong with
did.
me? That's
It's
terrible.
supposed to go to Malma.
That is also true. Yeah, it's pretty much. That's a good point. Thank you. I did not mean to skip that. That's true. It's the burning damage. That's hard. That's highly unfair. So yes, Mama. Mama, roll me another d6, please. Maybe you'll get lucky.
D6. Let's see what I see versus what
Yeah, indeed.
I see. A 1.
There we go. It's a 1 for everybody.
That is
all right.
Good.
correct.
All right. That's not super great, but not. It could be worse though. Let's put it that way.
It's nice. That's how I want to live my life.
I
That's
know,
super
right?
great.
Yeah. So I don't barely. Again, okay. So what happens is it pretty much crouches, pushes off of Everest or near him as he gets up, and leaps onto you. The same thing.
Ah!
The pounce. Yeah. That is its first move actually, and so it's auto hit again. So unfortunately, we're going right to the damage phase. You get no dodge, and it's not insignificant damage, all things considered. And again, this is versus your resistance, not your toughness. So you take 29.
Oh,
Ow.
But I get -5, right?
Yes, if you
For my
trigger that,
deflect.
yeah. So you take the 5 off because you were waiting for it, exactly. So 24, then minus your resistance, and that's the damage you take right now.
Minus my resistance. Hang on. Let me just. My resistance is 6, so that's 18.
Correct.
Gee,
Ow.
Pretty shabby.
I can take it. Barely felt it.
Okay, and I also need you to make, when you're done with that, I need you to make a willpower roll.
I'm good at those.
Your favorite.
Oh. I should stop talking. I should.
So close. I mean, you're surrounded by the 2 and the 4 there, and it's right to the 18. Yeah. That's. Guess what? You are knocked prone.
No. I can taunt from being prone, though. You just watch Malma in action.
Well, according to the rules of the game, not so much. So, now you should be able to. It's indeed. All right. So that was that, and oh god. Okay. All right. Now, so you're prone, but you do get a dodge roll on its next attack, and it leads down to try to bite you. Remember, your dodge is at a +2 now, so try to dodge out of the way of its attack.
Go low number.
You did it. 4.
Oh my god.
Yes, we'll take the first one, and you did it, so good for you. Excellent. So it
Yay.
misses. But you're still chilled, and unfortunately the second effect means you... Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. I need a willpower roll from you again. There, wow, yes. Okay, you do not take the 10 piercing damage. All
It's
right.
because I feel successful in my taunt, and it's bolstered me up.
There you go. Yes, you feel much better. All right. That was the end of turn. Thank you, players. Sorry, Mama, but, things got to happen. All right, so
No
Everest,
worries.
this might have changed where you wish to move, but this is what's happening.
Well, I still think he's gonna move where I had initially tended, which was about 2 squares up here.
Okay.
As a slow action, and then he will proceed to do a fan the flames. So he will use that as a fast action, and then a mana echoes and roll 2d12.
Okay. That all makes sense to me.
So 11
Okay.
plus another 2.
Two.
So
Yep,
13.
13. All right. Okay. Yeah, looking pretty hurt now, but still very much in the fight. Okay. Rawr. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I believe that's anything else you want to do? You moved and then too fast.
That's
Yeah.
my turn.
Yeah. All right. Mama, you are prone and chilly.
So I get to stand, right?
Correct. So burn a fast action to stand. And now you are no longer prone. That's taken care of.
But I'm still chilly.
You are still chilly, yeah, afraid so. So
And
you
then,
either have like a slow or too fast left, and that'd be it.
You should get out of the way.
yeah, I did hear the get out of the way. So I'm going to take, because I hate myself, I'm going to take 1 step away, which is a fast, right?
That is correct. Yep.
And then I am going to very wisely, out of concern for my friends, because it's doing a hell of a lot of damage to me, I'm going to taunt it again.
Okay. You can do that. All right.
And miss.
You cannot do that.
I can't.
All right.
I'm feeling pretty hurt. I'm not really feeling the taunt this
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It doesn't have that same sting it used to exactly.
No.
Just not quite there this time.
I don't really want it to come after me.
Right. Okay. At the end, well, you all are at least 1 square away, which is the minimum safe distance. At the end of the round, the
get to
person
go?
in leather. I'm sorry.
Do I get to go?
I suppose, Savoy, if you want. If you really want to.
I'm just gonna
yes.
heal Mama. That's all I'm doing.
Yay! Kill Mama!
All right.
So I'm gonna do 4 fast actions to heal.
Oh wait, yeah. Boy, I am rushing things. Terrible.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Mama get 8 back. Then get 3 more back. So that's 11. Plus 2. Jeez, that's 13.
It's still helping.
And then
There
8.
you go.
So
Nice.
21. You get 21 points
Oh,
back.
Thank you. I feel
And
like
basically
taunting
like,
now.
Mama, get with it. Walk it off.
So,
Oh, I will!
Ow.
Word of comfort.
Okay. All right. Well, so the bad news is I remember that it still gets to go before she gets her assault off.
Damn it.
So.
So does
yeah.
does it take the 2d20 damage first?
Oh yes, it will. Go ahead. That is true. Yeah, just
13.
not great
11.
rolls. Yeah.
But you're trying
to
13,
kill it.
yeah. True. That's true.
Free damage is free damage.
That's true. Yeah. Just kind of your flames appear a little weak. Okay, it still gets to go. Let's see. Oh, but she's taunting it. So guess what? It's gonna do that again. Yoink! Like, yeah. She just goes, "Oh crap!"
Oh!
Yeah. So yeah. Once again, you are going to go right to the damage phase because it pounces on you yet again.
Very pounceable.
It's very pouncy. It's like the worst Tigger ever. That's not too bad. 15.
Okay, minus 6. So 9. Okay.
All right. Roll me a d6.
Beep. Beep.
2.
2.
Okay.
Is that the worst one you keep referring to?
Well, it's not great. It doesn't need to go anywhere, but I need you to make 2 dodge rolls for me, please.
Very negative.
Ooh, close?
It's not close.
Not so close. All right.
Well, it
Probably
always
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, it bites you twice. So first, we're gonna do damage. So the first bite does 20
Minus my
resistance, correct?
Okay. Okay.
Second one does 12.
Minus 6. So
Mhm.
that is okay. Ah,
And then I still need you to make 2 willpower rolls.
I got this.
You got this.
I got this. So close. So close.
Oh,
yay!
There you go.
Okay, actually, I need 1 more.
Ah,
Really?
dude, very
Yeah,
negative.
sorry. I know it's terrible. There, okay. All right, so what happened was, so the first one I forgot, the pounce knocked you down again. So you're prone, yet again, because that's what it does.
I am feeling sleepy.
Yeah. So there's that. Let's put the boot back up. You just got it off units, now it's back.
I kind of like it.
No, where are you? Blind? All right, anyways, I'll put it up in a second. And then you avoided 1 stack of chill, but now you have another stack of chill, so you have 2 stacks of chill upon you. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's not great. I'll have to find it later. Okay, anyways,
I'm gonna get a
so
cold.
that's... Yeah, no kidding. So that's happened. And now she's like, well, I gotta do it. So she's gonna whip this vial of hers, or this globule, this flask. It's a flask, is what it is. She's gonna give it a sling at herself, anyways. You can't. You're looking pretty hurt. Oh, that sucks. Off the 2. So it sails unfortunately too far and lands in like the square over here, and it bursts not into flame, it bursts into a gas. But that's a 20. With a 20, there's no way she's gonna hit it, even though it's right next to her. And he's like, damn it!
Wow.
Yeah. I guess she threw where it was, not where it was going to be, was the problem there. So, top of the order, folks. We're still any changes, or does Everest want to go first again?
I'm good for going first, unless Mama or you want to go first, Jen, to see if you can heal her, or...
I'll heal her before... Oh, wait. Well, does she get damaged on her turn?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I just got cold. Stacks of cold, that's
Okay,
it.
then I can stay last and do the healing afterwards. But
Okay, so I will stay on this order if you want.
That works for me.
Okay, Everest, you are up.
I have many options.
So what
Lie
I will
and
do...
bleed, stand up and bleed. Yeah, you do. That's true.
So we'll do a fan the flames, and then we will do...
There it is.
Sure, I'll do a mana echoes as well on that one, so 2d12.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes, really. Oh wait. Yeah.
So that's
okay.
9.
Yep. Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, that counts. That's something.
It's like
Not a
1.
lot, but it's
Yeah.
something. Yeah. All right.
And I'll you know what? I'll perform the same thing. I'll do it again. So fan the flames again as a fast action.
Okay, but this one at normal damage,
and-
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll do
Okay.
a mana echoes.
Oh, right. Okay, that's true because you're standing there. Okay. You're just having really.
Whiff.
Wow. Well, it's a
Bad
scratch.
rolls.
No, it's a scratch. You got through, but it's really like a scratch. I kid you not. Okay. All right.
Jeez.
Run to the spot to warm up. Yeah, big a lot of smoke and flurry and fire damage, and it's still standing there. Yeah, exactly. All right, that was your turn. Mama, you're up next.
How badly hurt does it look?
Quite, but still upright.
If I try to hit it while prone, is that a disadvantage?
You're unable to do that. You cannot take any actions until you burn a fast action to stand up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that will only leave you with 1 fast action left since you have 2 stacks of chill.
So I will stand up.
Okay.
And then I don't want to shove it away from me because that's putting it in the path of my friend.
It's the gas.
Where is the gas still there, or did it dissipate?
Yes, actually, it's right here. It's starting to billow out right now. The only problem is you can't really do that because you have to shove it directly away from you. You cannot curve,
so I'd be
curveball it. Yeah.
I'd be shoving it like
over here.
And considering the little person couldn't hit it when it was right there, I'm just going to take 1 step away from it.
Okay, you stand up. I take a step away.
John, there is one thing I had forgotten to note, which is disintegrate, which is my passive action. At the start of each of your turns, each foe suffers 1 stack of vulnerability for each stack of burning they are currently suffering from.
Oh yeah, you kind of should have brought that up. That's correct.
Yep.
That would have been really super helpful 5 rounds ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, because you did like what are we at? You said like -5 something.
It's -5 or -7.
We'll go with -5. I mean, that pretty much almost wipes out the. Is that toughness or resistance or both? Oh, it's both. I think it's both there.
It's
so
both.
It's all defense. Yeah. Yeah, that would have made quite a difference. So, all right. Well, that'll teach you to forget that next time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew I was forgetting something. I'm like, what am I forgetting? And I'm like, oh right.
Well, okay, we actually played 2 weeks ago, so you haven't played it after you use that ability. So,
well, also these are all new abilities for him because he totally switched over.
You remembered it last time.
I know.
Exactly, no excuse. All right,
poor excuse.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you'll keep that in mind next time. Let's see. That was Balma who stood up and stepped away. So you were up.
I'm gonna try and stab it.
All right. It is definitely right next to you.
It is right next to me, so I'm gonna do a sweeping action.
Sweeping strike?
Sweeping. What is it called? It's called sweeping strike. Yes.
Yeah.
Sweeping strike.
Yay!
There you go.
And I'm gonna spend a fast action and knock it prone.
All right. Okay.
And then.
It gets the boot now. Okay. 14. Let's see.
Can Mama hit it from where she is?
How?
She doesn't have to like.
You mean on her next turn?
No, I have this thing called finish them. It is. I'll show you.
Okay.
I may have to just use it on myself, but it's this.
Let's see. Slow one here.
Make a basic attack action against that foe as a free action. Add 10 to their damage. Oh, it's a slow. Never mind.
It's a slow. Yeah. Okay. 1 hero 5 squares. If it was not prone, if she could hit it, you had the slash to do it. You could have done that. Yes, that would have been cool. Unfortunately. Right, and she's not within range.
Okay, I have a fast action left, so
that's correct. All right, I gotta do the math on this. Let's see.
I don't have anything to do fast action. Is there such a thing as saving a fast action for a dodge, or can I just heal Mama?
You would have to heal Mama. You can only use triggers off of your turn.
Okay. In that case, I will heal Mama.
Thank you.
Well, Mama, take 5.
I will take them.
Oh, and I'm sorry, that was actually 16 damage.
You are correct. Yep. There we go. Okay, it's a little more hurt now. All right. Okay. Bad news, it gets at least one more shot at you guys. But first, Unless
Burning.
you can finally roll a decent,
Burning roll, yeah.
well, there you go.
It's okay.
Not quite.
Oh.
Close.
19.
Actually, really close. Super close. It looks very unsteady, but it's still up. Let's see. Now you don't, Malma. You do not have a taunting effect, right?
No, I don't have a taunting effect. No.
Okay, and we actually have 4 targets on the board. Ooh, that could be bad.
Nope.
Come on. There we go. Oh no. All right, Everest. Old buddy, old pal.
Sure.
Would you like to guess what's happening?
I suspect bad things.
Well, damage. It once again jumps onto you as it does.
Let's go expend it first. Its first action must be expended to get up first.
Because he knocked it prone.
Because you knocked it prone.
For bad guys, for bad guys, they don't get their last action in the action chain. That's how that works.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So he can't bite
Different
you
than
twice.
heroes. So the bad news is the pound still goes off, buddy. So
Sure.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Super.
it likes to jump around. Jump. Anyways, that damage is
I was waiting for that, yeah.
24,
Minus.
and it likes to take you down when it does that too.
15.
So, yeah.
Oops.
Okay.
Minus 15, so 13.
All right, and then willpower check, please.
Defense roll. Nope.
Nope. All right. Prone.
Sure.
I will slap the boot on you. I like the boot. That's pretty funny. It's like you get tripped.
Oh, I shouldn't have a boot on me anymore.
That's true, and neither should it. It did stand up. So it's, yeah.
Too many boots.
Marie, you can remove that yourself. If you
Oh, can I? Brilliant.
Right click on it to bring the, and then you do what looks like an eyeglass or a spyglass down at the bottom.
Left click, not right click.
Or left click, yeah. Okay, I'll let you go do that. I will go continue savaging Everest here. Everest, why don't you roll me a d6 and roll your fate? You'd like to roll a 6 here, let's put it that way.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, that's
a 4.
Yeah, alright. Well, that's not too terrible. You will get a dodge roll for this one, so, you can do it.
No.
No, just missed.
Just-
All right,
just
you
smidgen.
can take some damage then, is what will happen
Oh
here.
no.
All right, so that's a D10 there. Okay. Ooh, 18. Ow. Again, versus
Minus resistance?
Resistance, correct.
So 9.
Okay. You still up?
Minus 9.
Oh,
Yep.
you
I'm
just
at 4.
a little smidgen.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's see, and it's gonna do that, which is weird. I don't see
Remember,
what
it
the
doesn't
point
get
would
its
be.
last action.
I'm aware. Yep, that's correct. Which is probably that's a good thing. I mean, it could have been a better one, but it's not too bad.
I'm trying to save you.
There's no real reason for it to do that. I don't see what the point would be, so it's gonna stay right where it is. Okay. Yeah, but it looks very, 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 very hurt now. Still on fire, like woozily, wobbling on its last legs. All right. Oh, and she is gonna try one more time. She brings about another flask from her apron pocket. I'm gonna see if she can take this thing down. Hopefully she won't roll a 20 like she did last time.
Oh,
Alright, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, she got the range in this time, and it literally smashes on the side of its head, and the thing drops like it's been poleaxed because it's apparently some sort of knockout gas. You can assume, and yeah, it collapses to the ground. Woo! Is everyone all right?
We've been better. Can I do basically a bunch of word of comfort to
Yes,
everybody?
after the end of combat, everyone is replenished back up to their maximum.
Basically helping people up, saying, "You got this. You're fine. Shake
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, walk it off.
Walk it off."
It's a voice, kind of brusque bedside manner. Yes, exactly.
We've got a reputation to uphold, and
she rushes forward and actually moves to smother the flames on it. And then takes the pulse. It's like, whew, still alive. Okay. Which you think is rather amazing considering the amount of damage you inflicted on this thing.
We were trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you did the burning thing was a lot. Let's be honest. That was, but yeah, exactly. All right. Her assistant rushes in as well, and they immediately strap the thing down to, right where it is. For now, like, well, we gotta get this. Go get more people. We gotta get this thing back in the secure area. And she once. Let's see. Hold on. What do I need you guys to do? That was a little close. I need Savoy and Everest to make me endurance checks, please.
Endurance.
It's a skill roll.
Yeah.
Because you're too close.
Exactly. Yep.
No, awesome.
Don't worry. I'll
Awesome.
keep you
This
both
is gonna
safe.
work really great. I'm
You
gonna
got
be shaking
this.
everybody off, and then I'm
So
gonna
big
pass
nope.
out.
All right. So
That's 220 now.
yeah. Kind of before you could think to get out of the way, you both inhale some of the gas, and you are currently dazed until I say otherwise. So technically, in combat, you have -4 to accuracy. Right now, you feel just kind of lightheaded and a little bit tipsy. Basically, is the best way to put it. So
Malma is like the one that's most in control.
clear-headed,
Right now.
yeah, exactly.
What a world.
That is true.
Walked right through it. Didn't even think about it.
Well, you just did like, wow, that was amazing. Like, oh wow, yeah, woo, yeah. And she was too busy kind of securing the beast to tell you to get clear.
And I was
she is the
busy trying to
mascot.
heal my people
Exactly. Yes.
to pay attention.
Yep. There is that. So.
Right.
So they take the thing away, and then finally, when clearly dissipated, only then does the person she remove her mask, and she has kind of I'm trying to be polite about it. This is obviously this is. Let's see. Somewhere here is a Naren. That's it. Yes. Naren, who has kind of a slight, I'm going to say Asiatic look to her face just to keep it easy, kind of a little bit of epicanthic fold to her eyes, kind of thing like that. She is short, about like 4 foot, maybe 6, but has kind of a certain presence. I don't know. You're not sure if it's just like professional or whatever, but someone, you get the impression not to take lightly. Right now, she turns to the three of you and says, well, that was good work. Maybe I should give you guys a job. We're always looking for hunters, going out to capture live specimens. You seem like you'd be pretty good at it.
Another time, we've come on a different mission.
All I got word was that the administrator said they were sending someone down to talk to us. By the way, I'm really sorry about that. I was glad you were able to acquit yourself. The plague brood is not something to be taken lightly. Usually we don't even let them get out, but he managed to give me the slip for just a second, and here he was. But yeah, good work. I appreciate the assistant taking him back down. So I am Professor Naren. How can I assist you today? At the very least, for what you have done for me.
I gesture to Everest.
We're looking for information on any animals that may be able to absorb the life force of another creature.
Like, not savage its physical body, but draw forth its essence and take it onto itself.
That would be correct, yes.
Well, it's not the same thing, though. It's funny you mentioned that beast you just attacked has you may have noticed that green kind of tentacly carapace thing. It actually has that's a symbiotic relationship, though it's not the same thing. They both benefit from it, despite its appearance. They both benefit from it, the thing on the back being on it, because it enhanced protection and apparently quite impressive jumping ability. We're scheduled an operation to try to remove it to see what would happen, but that'll have to be postponed. I am unaware of any creature that could actually do that. Most of them are just more straightforward, tear your head off, tear your throat off, rip your limbs out, something like that. I'm sorry, I would love to see such a creature, preferably at a safe distance, of course. But I'd have to check the only thing I can do is check the records here, but that would take some time to see if we ever had anything like that on file.
How much time would it take?
Probably a couple hours. I mean, the records are kind of extensive. The zoo's been around for a long time. I could have one of my assistants put one of them on it and get back to you if we find anything.
We have until midnight here in the actual academy.
Well, if you want to take a look yourself, you're more than welcome to. I have no problem with you poking through them and see what you can find.
Oh, or you can have someone who knows your system better than we do it. I'm letting you know that we will be here on the premise until midnight.
Oh, okay. Sure. Let me put my top researcher on it. If there is anything to find, he should be able to do it within that parameter. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Were there any other questions you had for me? Otherwise, I should make sure that thing doesn't get loose again.
If ever we're bored.
Is there any sort of animal that would be able to, say, acquire a new ability from another one by, absorbing essence, or by, like, something that would not be a learned skill, something that it would have no knowledge of, but all of a sudden, upon feeding or something of that nature, would gain the ability of another creature?
That again we will have to look into. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. It doesn't mean they don't exist. That is another question. We'll have to do more research. I don't have anything off the top of my head right now, so I'll have to look into that. It seems like you're. If I may ask, what exactly are you dealing with?
That is
Person.
It's a difficult question. Yeah.
Well, it's personal enough, but it still drove you here to come for information. So, if I know what you're dealing with, I might be able to narrow my search better.
We're dealing with a person who has the ability to absorb the human soul and thereby gain the memories and skills of the previous owners, let's just say.
So, a power parasite in a way, of some kind.
There's some sort of ritual.
Essentially.
Interesting. Well, I do love a challenge. So, but again, nothing really comes to mind. You're going to have to give me some time on that. Let me go see what my assistant could dig up on both of those questions, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah. And if you don't get back by tonight, here's my card, so that I can get the information anyway.
Oh, of course. Then, yeah, we could send a runner over with whatever we might find, or a copy of it to this.
Well, yes.
No, thank you. I mean, it's unlikely that thing would have gotten out into the main halls, but your assistance was most timely and very appreciated. All right. Meanwhile, back at the library, in the peace and quiet of the 4th floor, Stacks. Let's see.
Just so you know, I put a good zoo map. If you ever want to see it, I'll show you. If you ever want to use the zoo.
Well,
damn it.
maybe.
Anyway.
Neat.
Funny. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. And at some point you may be coming back here. One never knows.
Mhm.
All right. So, Laureate, I need 3 knowledge rolls from you. The first one at +2, the second at +4, and the third at +6.
Ooh.
By the way, folks, it's a new month. We do have inspirations if you haven't blown them all already. So in case you wanted to give any to him, it's up to you.
Okay, first and third success, second fail.
And okay, yep, and almost a critical. All right, second one fail, yes, but by far. All right. You find among the various piles and things that this is not like the library is big enough and they've collected enough material. It's not quite like a standard library where everything's in neatly arranged tomes and things. So there are like some places there's a box that's full of scrolls you have to review. Sometimes it's even like a placard or a tablet of some kind on clay or something like that. So you're looking through a variety of things. It's not just they like to get, when they can without being too intrusive, they like to get the original. If they have to copy, they copy it. So but you do find some information. Now you were searching for, we said you were searching for magic, right?
Yes, regards to actual magical abilities.
Yes, and you did find what looks like a ritual that the writing is about, you're guessing, a century old. And Everest, I can't remember if you actually had a name for your people, but whatever it is, it's that name, because that last roll is what you needed to find this. So it's actually a treatise on someone who encountered Everest's clan or people, or whatever you want to call it, society, and spent like a month there observing them, and they made mention of this particular ritual that would grant a spiritualist the power to take not just bargain with spirits, but take powers from them into them, and mentioned that although this is the most taboo magic, if you perverted the ritual, you could take it from a living person. So that is pretty much what you find in the library stacks.
Anything on how to counteract it or reverse it?
The scholar postulated, but this is only a working theory, of course, that slaying the caster would in effect break the spell, and ideally the spirits would be free to go on their way to whatever reward, or move on to the next portion of their life, something like that.
Okay. I think out of interest, is there any, while searching through it, is there any kind of research on arcane abilities that protect you from the miasma that I've noticed? Any reading?
The stuff up here is fairly outdated. Once the crystals were discovered, a lot of these areas of thought kind of fell by the wayside. Some people postulated trying to encase people in, anything from plants to one person sketched up an idea for a jointed wooden suit of armor, basically, that would supposedly encase you with some sort of air supply.
Interesting. Someone thought of my idea. One of my ideas.
But it was deemed impractical because once you got it on, you really couldn't move. Not without much difficulty. And plus, you only had enough airs you could put in there when you closed it, which is about 3 minutes, so didn't quite get much past the testing stage. So the more recent stuff, you'd have to actually go down to the crystal, well, not the crystal place maybe, but the arcane research lab, and see if they were doing anything.
All right, I'm going to someone at the front door, but I'll just can I keep researching for a little bit longer? I got to answer the door. 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So you go back to. Is there anything in particular you're looking for before you go grab the door?
I might do Silverglades again. Might try and do another one for that.
All right. Okay. All right. Go do your business, and we'll come back to you in a minute. All right. What are the three of you, after taking stock and bumps and bruises, scratches, and all that stuff, and getting healed? What are you doing now that you're done with the zoo? Your little zoo adventure.
Well, if we don't have anybody to escort us back, I'm sure we can figure our way back to the library.
Sure. I mean, she's happy to call someone for you if you wish.
Well, I don't know if we need an escort, but I suspect, who's the guy who's in charge?
It's,
Nevin?
no, the head guy, Pelez. Hi, yeah, Pelez.
I suspect he would feel more comfortable if we had an escort.
Probably.
So, yes, an escort back to the library would be appreciated.
Okay. And she'll say, oh, yeah, sure. But you know what? It's going to be easier. I'll just send one of my assistants with you. To the library, you said?
Just to the library.
Not a problem. Yep. And she says, take them where they need to go. And I think they're heading to the library. It's like, at once, Professor. And says, if you'll follow me, this guy is obviously a little older, like a grad student. He kind of has a bit more professional, studious air about him, knows what he's doing. And it's like, if you'll come with me, and sets off on a fast pace back toward the library.
And he probably needs to be if he works in the zoo.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
Fun.
It was.
Actually, it was fun, but I'm not going to say that. Basically, just look around while I'm not leaving the party, but I'm just going to see how things are running as we get there to the library.
Okay, again, inside, things are much more bustling. People going to and fro and such and such. You see, make me a focus roll.
Yeah, this is something. Oh, too bad it can't be insight.
Well, insight's people, focus is like awareness of your surroundings, is how I rule it.
Oh, do I still have like a minus?
Yeah, unfortunately, you kind of do.
Yeah,
but
well,
it doesn't.
Apparently, I'm not that focused, anyways.
Yeah, it didn't really help you either way. Yeah, kind of like, yeah. Not so much. Mama, why don't you give me one since you're the only one who's still not under the effects of the gas? Hey, there you go.
Haha.
You notice the sign as you guys are leaving to the, they call it the Crystal Garden, apparently. And you remember that Laureate said that she wanted Savoy to check and see if there was a listing for one of the someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weiss, exactly.
I'll point it out. Hey, didn't Laureate want you to check something there, Savoy? Why don't we just duck in there? And I'm kind of like staying close to both of them because I can tell they're not quite fully themselves.
Not quite there, yeah. Little woozy. Little woozy, yeah, woozy. Exactly. I mean, they can walk and everything, but their attention span just seems like wander.
Come on.
Clearly,
this way.
My attention is now towards what she's pointed me at, and hopefully that grad student will notice that we're not keeping up.
Oh yeah, he actually is very attentive. When you even said that, it's like, did you need to stop in the Crystal Garden?
Yes, we needed to look at the plaques. There's one that I'm supposed to look for.
Oh, do you have a name or renowned? Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone, give me a focus roll on that one, or insight. Actually, we can do insight on this one. Everest and Savoy, you have +3 to your rolls.
Oh, doggone it!
Well, Mama's got your backs.
Doggone it!
Nope.
I would have had it if I didn't have my minus.
Oh, darn that days. Yeah.
Totally in character.
I've got mine. I'm paying attention now.
Mama, you notice a visible reaction from him when she mentions the name, when she mentions the name Weiss.
Oh.
Savoy, you were trying to think of it, which is why you weren't really paying attention to him. So
right.
It's W, like a beer. Weiss, that's it. Yeah, exactly. So that's why. So yeah, he kind of winces like, if you follow me, I can take you right to where you need to be.
I'll
sets off again.
Kind of walk up beside him because I've got long legs, as my friends are kind of days behind. So I couldn't help but notice your reaction there. Want to tell me what that's about?
Well,
Weiss no friend of mine, so.
Weiss, basically, we dedicate our lives to the pursuit of knowledge and science. And thank you. It is a tragedy when that life is cut short in that pursuit. When Weiss is, well, you'll see when we get there.
All right.
So, some die peacefully in their beds after a long life of research. Others are not so fortunate. Why is this not? Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's see. Because I need Weiss's rank. It's kind of important.
Oh, second biologist.
Thank you.
So second rank
Okay.
scientist.
Oh, I guess it wouldn't be the Crystal Garden. Sorry. Well, no, actually, you know what? It would be. And here's why. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. So, the Crystal Garden. Actually, we're going to call it the Crystal Garden. It's close enough. That's fine. Crystal Garden is not... it's kind of like a... How to say this? It's not an open area, let's put it that way. But it's also not inside a building. It is like in a large alcove. And at the center is a large hearth crystal. Like the biggest one you guys have ever seen.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And then carved into the walls are dozens upon dozens of plaques that, and he says, this is the Crystal Garden. Here is where those who have given their lives in the pursuit of expanding the Academy's pool of knowledge are memorialized. And you said Weiss. He goes and looks, and there's, rows and rows and rows, and he finds one that's like eye level to him. He's like 5'9", 5'10". And it says, it's his second biologist, Weiss, the Silverglades, and then birth and death years. She was like 37.
Okay.
And then at the top is dedicated to all those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the pursuit of knowledge.
Okay.
Ooh, would they notice the other names there as well?
I'm taking a look based on what you told me about.
If they're looking, do you remember what the names were?
Oh, me? No.
Well, then
That
there's hundreds here over the decades.
That was like, what, 3 months ago?
I would look.
Well, in game time, I'll allow you to make an insight check to remember what they were.
Because
And Malma, and you still have the plus 3 though. Malma, you can do the same. Everest, if you wish to, if you care, you can do the
I
same
remember it. I'm starting to clear.
There you go. All right,
Well
exactly. Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, Everest got the critical. Damn.
I'm done now. They're back in. I'm out.
You're too busy looking at the crystal going, can that thing fly? My ship was
Hey.
Wow.
That'd be such a good shit.
So
I'll bet I could
pretty.
hit light speed at that. All right, so funny, the administrator's name is Priven, who was on the expedition. There was first scientist Erund, second scientist Cathor, and second biologist Weiss, and you find them all.
Okay.
So, pretty much, yeah, they're all memorialized there.
Are they all noted as Silverglades? Like, is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
no
it's all-
one else is. There's buildings where apparently people must have had accents or something, or there's one that is Summit, apparently, which is interesting because that's a floating mountain that's several days travel away from here.
Oh.
But most of them are in and around the Academy, or natural causes doesn't really count. You have to have perished badly. Let's put it that way. So.
Okay. Once we find everybody, and Everest and I are like, oh yeah, and that one, and okay.
Right. Yeah. Everest just needs to pick them out like that. Bam, bam, bam. There they are. So. Since administrators and scientists are not in the same place, it did get a little bit because administrators are in one spot, biologists are in another, scientists are in another. So yeah, it took a little bit of work to track them all down, but you did. Yep. So yes, they're
And
all
then I-
there.
Thank the grad student who's probably very impatient at this point.
No,
No?
he's been assigned by his professor. He hasn't gotten to his tier goal, which is the library. So it's not a big deal. Yep. All right. Is there anything else you needed to see, or we can finish up and I can take you out to the rest of the way to the library?
That's a big hearth crystal. Where does this come from?
I honestly don't know.
Really?
That's a good question. A lot of people have wondered. It's one of the finest specimens in existence.
And it just lives here?
Oh no, it was recovered, but we don't know. It's actually kind of funny. We all sit around and tell stories about where it might have come from. We have no idea. I've never seen its like before. Not even the new Gelspar crystal is this good, and that's a nice one.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine the size of the worm that thing came out of?
Everest.
The student kind of gives you a puzzled look.
I shake
Sorry?
my head at- I shake
What?
my head at Everest.
He still is dazed.
Yeah.
I think your friend might have taken a knock on the head in the fight.
Yeah.
We
Poison
we should probably get going. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the narcotic is pretty powerful. If you got a snootful of that, he's not in his right mind.
You know what? He's not that great to start with. So
Is he ever?
let's just don't worry about it.
Lee, woo. All right. Yes, the student still kind of occasional puzzled glance at Everest. Heads nicely played, Everest. Takes you back to the library and says, "Well, I hope your trip here was fruitful. Good luck."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Heads off. So, all right. Well, no, you have to wait down here. Really, you don't really have much of a choice.
Yes, but
So-
we go into the library,
Oh yeah, exactly. So
which means we can look around.
that's also true. Yes, you can, and these stacks are still quite extensive. Is there anything anyone wants to poke around in while you're here? There's no sign of the administrator. There's no sign of Laureate.
I want to see if I can find anything about void sorcerers, void mages. Those people that attacked us.
Yeah, they were bitchy.
Rift mages.
Rift mages.
Mages, yeah.
Doing void
Yes.
magic.
Yes. Okay. All right.
I want to look around.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a knowledge check at +3.
Plus 3. Oh, this is
You
not-
got this.
Oh yeah, sure I do.
You do.
This will go well.
It'll go great.
Hey, it does.
Ah,
See, believe in yourself.
Wow.
Exactly. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, you find what looks like a treatise of it's the Rift Mages of Summit, basically, and it seems to be. I wouldn't call it like Rift Mages for Dummies, but it seems to be kind of a study of this group. And the basic is you just kind of sit. Are you gonna take it? Pull the book, sit down, and actually take a look through it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'll get
'Cause
back
what
to you.
else
in
am I
just-
gonna do?
All right, I'll get back to you in just a moment. Are either of you looking for anything in particular?
I think Everest would look around for anything regarding, like, particularly pyromancy now, considering his new abilities. I think
Alright.
he'd want to maybe bone up on.
Never hurts.
That type of magic.
Okay, knowledge roll at +3, please.
oh,
There you go.
Indeed, yes. Yeah, and you find something that you'd swear almost might seem misplaced. I mean, it's the right color and it's the right, classification system, but it seems more advanced than should be on the first floor if your knowledge of these whole floor things is correct. Yeah, it is advanced pyromancy theory. So, if you want to take a look into that, I will then need a knowledge check at +6. It is advanced
All right.
pyromancy
Yep.
theory.
He's gonna go ahead and take a look.
you got this.
Not
not.
quite. You
Close,
feel
though.
you almost have it, but it's just
Wait.
not quite falling into place. It's like
Isn't there a
dancing
way
around the
to
edge of your
use-
comprehension.
Is that what inspiration is for? To-
Yes, it can be. You'd get a second roll. That's true. So if anyone had one to give and they wish to do that for our good Everest, that's completely up to them. But yeah, that inspiration would give you basically a reroll. So it seems like no one is doing that. No, we're still going. All right. So unfortunately, yeah, it's you feel like it's very frustrating because you feel like it's so close. You're like almost have unlocked the arcane theorem, but you just cannot quite get a handle on it. It's just outside your grasp.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this because we haven't done it, and I really want to get this. I think I'm gonna use my Emberwind Spark to drop it 4 points.
Okay. All right. Let's see. In a non-combat scenario, that will recharge when pretty much I say so. Okay. But that's perfectly fine. You use another roll. It's not gonna be like forever. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you concentrate, and yes, it clicks into place. It doesn't really. I'm not going to give you any kind of bonus on damage. You already get crazy as it is.
Yeah.
But you
No.
understand the precepts of your fire magic. You think this might help you down the road. So yeah, unlocking this is really, really advanced stuff. Like you're not even sure your masters know this, okay? Or used to.
Okay.
It's that high level. So again, you're like,
Okay.
first floor. You kind of look up like, I wonder what's on the fourth floor, kind of thing. This is some, serious business. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, and then Malma, were you perusing or falling asleep?
Mama doesn't really believe in finding knowledge in books. She believes in acquiring it through the speaking with people. Sometimes
in the real world, not these dusty tomes.
Yeah, not these dusty
With
tomes.
possibly a weapon to their throat as well.
Whatever.
Or over dessert. Either way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's where my head was going. It's like she claims knowledge through eating many types of different food.
Yeah, like there's a lot of different ways, but she does believe that was a really nice hearth crystal, and she's just kind of gonna nonchalantly look around, not be rude about it, because this is Laureate's place,
Right.
more or less. But she wants to look around for like, are there other signs of treasure, or, what else is around here that might be of interest for future knowledge?
No, quite all right. Quite all right.
Opportunist.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a focus roll.
Let's see how focused I feel right now. Very distracted.
It's a lot of books. It's a lot of books.
Kind of dusty too. I missed the sky. I missed the wind.
Yeah.
Seems a
you
character
like
from
pretty
Mama.
cooped up all this much. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out some desserts and just start eating a little snack.
She would.
All right. Yes, that's true. That's true. All right.
I did bring a lot.
So, Jen and Brahms are reading, and Mama is munching, and we'll go back to San. So, Laurie, you're going to take another shot at the Silverglades.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You probably don't. You think he's pretty much buried in whatever he's doing over on his end, so you can probably get over there fairly simply. So you're looking for your papers?
And any reports regarding the events. I just want to see if they've got any information. Any kind of secret information, because there's not allowed up here. Maybe there's something that they know that we weren't told.
All right. I need a knowledge roll from you.
10.
Okay. All right. Well, the folder's not too hard to find. And but it seems very thin, like thinner than it should be for an event that was this, not momentous, but certainly this poured over. And as you flip through it, you see it's very basic things, very basic reports. The meat of it seems to be missing.
It's
I'm
like
sure as to where that
referencing
is.
certain things that aren't actually there. So
Yeah, well, it's the bare, like really, it's like the public story of what happened.
okay.
That's all you find. Give me a focus roll at +5.
Nope. That's a
Ooh,
20.
okay. Yeah, I think you're kind of upset at the fact that there should be more here and it's not, and you're not. Anything that related to what you reported is gone. There's no sign other than your kind of confession, so to speak, where they got you to kind of admit to. Again, gross negligence is basically the short answer of it. That is in here, and of course that gives you kind of a little stab in the heart as you look at that piece of paper that was kind of extorted from you, etc., etc. But it was either that or kind of like be put on charge for possible murder charges, and you felt like taking this way out, even though it broke your heart, was the best way to go for now. That's the only thing you can find that has any evidence of your presence in this particular sheaf of papers.
Okay, no notes or anything of interest, just...
Unfortunately not.
Okay. I'll put it back and kind of collect up what I've got, because we've been there for a couple of hours now, and anything I can copy or take downstairs, like I go through it with Nebin to see if...
Yeah, he comes back and he's found a cultural study of Everest's people as well. It doesn't really talk about magic. It talks about customs and their lifestyle. It's more of a anthropological study of them. It's like, I'm not sure if this is going to be of any help to you. It seems rather dated, and I'm not sure when the last time we had contact with these people. I can set one of our scribes to making a copy of it for you if you wish.
Yes.
Because of course it can't leave. Let's set you. And I see. And he looks at you. I see you seem to have found something of interest.
Yeah, I found some interesting information about a ritual of some type. Maybe it's from the same person who did the study on that you got right there.
You compare the names. No, they're not the same person. And this book he has seems very old. This one goes back a couple centuries, actually. And the names do not seem. It's a different era. Why don't we come on down? I'll set you up in my office where you have some privacy, and then if you want to make a copy of what you have, and meanwhile I can at least take a look at this myself and see if I can excerpt any pertinent aspects of it that might help you. I think that might be faster, since of course you can't leave the book. I mean, can't take the book. Excuse me.
Very well.
I wish we could be more fruitful. It's one hand. I sometimes say we have everything anyone would ever need to know here. The only problem is finding it.
Either that or it's intentionally being hidden from us, but need to get into that.
Well, I mean, it's something was checked out. Although the fourth floor, of course, it's not supposed to be taken, but all that we have here should be here. Was there something wrong?
Well, I was perusing, seeing if there may be something else in another aisle, and I noticed the Silverglades file is bare bones. And someone has taken a lot of the information from it.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. You guys are just about to leave. Like, show me, please.
And I take him over, sorry, and point out the file.
And he pulls it down, starts leafing through it. Like, this is most irregular. It's most irregular indeed. As he does so, a blank piece of paper falls from the folder. He doesn't seem to notice. But you could have sworn there was not a blank piece of paper in there before, but it could be you were just shuffling through it hurriedly, but it seems odd that someone would put a blank piece of paper in the folder.
Pick it up and have a look.
It doesn't really look like anything. He's still engrossed in the... are you trying to do it stealthily or just pick it up in front of him just casually?
I'm going to do it casually. I don't really want to hide anything from them.
Okay. All right. Well, he seems to be still engrossed in looking at the file, and he's muttering himself like, well, yeah, this is missing a lot.
Well, my notes are not in this file.
Right. Yes. Your own report is not here, which is exceedingly odd. I will have to take this up with my superiors. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Laureate.
Yeah, well, it's an old report. I've updated it since.
You have? I would be very interested in receiving a copy of your new notes if you have time. If you're willing to make a copy of it for the archives.
I'll consider it.
Okay, I will let you know what I find out about these missing files. This should not leave this floor. And I find it hard to believe that so much was misfiled elsewhere. This is very suspicious.
Anyway, this piece of paper fell out. Is it completely blank?
It looks like it. It's like, well, this
is weird.
Here, keep it. We have no need.
All right.
It doesn't seem to belong here, but I don't see any reason to keep it in here. These are papers with words on them.
Have a little. I'll put it away, but I'll have it like a quick whiff, smell the piece of paper.
Give me a focus roll.
If I can do it while I'm so focused on all this. Oh yes, there we go. 2.
You get there's an odd scent on it. It's not like normal paper. Like perhaps someone treated this with some kind of chemical. You're unsure as to what it is, but the paper does not smell like paper normally would smell.
Okay. Just put it away for now. Smelly paper from the library. This is my
Yep.
inventory.
Smelly blank paper from the library. Yeah. All right. Okay. Then if there's nothing else, yeah, he's now kind of quite upset. At least as upset as librarian usually gets over this this breach of his domain. So he escorts you down to his office, where you guys do see the rest of your party is busy either polishing off something just in time because the librarian probably wouldn't be too happy about somebody eating in the library. And then Savoy and Everest seem to have their noses buried in books. And the librarian kind of beams at that. It's like, yes, that's what we like to see. This is what this is for. It's for the pursuit and expansion of the mind.
Yeah, I immediately as soon as I notice them, I just like, what happened?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
okay?
Oh yeah.
Did you fall or
Zoo.
something?
The zoo was also safe. Safe.
It
do you
was
very
fun.
safe.
The librarian Nebin kind of gives you an odd look as your kind of tattered clothes, especially Everest's, are like torn to shreds. Like
Did they
I
take you
certainly
to
hope,
the?
I certainly hope the
Where's the
professor didn't
boys?
do that.
It took you through the side entrance to the end through the animal cages, didn't they?
They sure did.
I think it was called a plague beast. Is that what it was called?
Plague brute.
Sorry, plague brood.
Yep.
It was playful. I just
That's a
couldn't
joke
ignore it
among
or-
That's a joke among initiates. They like to do that to people, their fellow initiates. It looks like they
Well,
like to do
actually, you're aware of the joke, but it's usually with what's called a plague hound, which
Yeah.
is much smaller.
Yeah, that's why I'm like-
you know
I'm
the
like-
brood. You're like,
yeah, it's like it's a bit extreme. I didn't expect that much damage, but I know about the joke.
Well, the professor was. Wait, this was a joke. This was done on purpose.
Well,
Really?
Uh-oh.
It was pretty funny.
I
Lori,
expected a
you probably
little,
know a plague brood
a little
wouldn't
bloodhound to
prob-
just, you know.
yeah, exactly. Or a
do that much
bobcat,
damage to
maybe.
you.
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, like, Weiss actually put the prank on me, and I got luckily it didn't any damage, but I had a very smelly clothes from this animal, this bloodhound.
Well, the last time I noticed, we were not initiates or novitiates, and your Professor Nevin seems quite professional, and I think, as she said, the brute simply slipped her grasp. And then she asked us not to kill it, so we didn't. But I will be
We came
most
close
put-
though.
We would have if we had another shot.
Yes, well, I will be most put out if this was supposed to be some sort of joke.
Everest, how many fingers am I holding up?
7.
Alright, hold on. And I cast Restore on him.
Okay, yes, the day's condition is removed. For that matter, make me make me an insight check there, Laureate.
Oh, insight. No, just 10.
You've been around long enough. Balma seems fine. Savoy also seems a little bit out of it.
And
That's close
kind of
enough.
irritated
Anyone else
now.
need any healing?
Eh,
Or,
I ended up walking through the potion, whatever it was, while I was healing our companions.
yeah, I'll just in case there's still any lingering problems, I'll just do another.
They both sniffed up some gas.
okay,
I'll do,
the
I'll
daze
do
is
another Restore
also
on Savoy
Yep.
just to make sure she's...
your day's condition is removed.
But not my irritated one.
No, that's your call. So yes, exactly. All right.
It's a permanent condition.
Only it's around you.
Ooh.
And you're shivering, Malma. What?
Oh, that's true. Technically, that phase that would have ended at the combat. So,
Yeah.
but she does look a little bit blue around the lips still. Yes.
Yeah.
Just
And hands like,
In case you're doing that
Just every
little,
so
like,
often,
little shake.
yeah, exactly. Just every so often, like,
Okay, are you cold,
Oh.
Malma? Is everything okay?
It's a bit of a chilly time, but it's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well,
What about you? Did you have fun?
It wasn't as eventful as fruitful as I hoped, but I got a little bit of information, and we're just gonna bring some of it down into Administrator Nibbin's room, office, and hopefully get some of it scribed. And get a copy of it. How?
Darren will be looking into the if there are any type of animals that have a similar ability.
Well, I found a lot of information about your people, a lot of interesting stories and information regarding from a good 100 years or so ago onwards. So before your time.
Interesting.
I haven't had much of a time to read through it all, but there's something about a ritual to take the power of the spirits. I don't know if you know much about that.
It's a foreign concept to me. This is not something we were practicing.
Well, we'll have to just wait until they bring down the information.
Also, as you should know, we stopped by the Crystal Garden.
Oh. And?
The answer to your question is yes,
That's a relief.
as with everyone else who was there.
Did one thing right. Didn't even try and help give any kind of assistance to the families after they all passed. At least there is some kind of recognition. Thank you.
Very interesting hearthstone there.
It is. If I was allowed to study it, it'd be lovely. But I have a theory that it actually is, we say, powering this part of Adriel. That's my theory anyway. So a crystal of that pristine nature, the amount of energy that stores would be vastly more than, say, the crystal from Gelspar, one that we retrieved. So I don't know where this, with all that excess energy is going.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah, you're not intending to let them know where we found the crystal, are you?
I mean...
Or have you already?
They wouldn't believe us.
Perfect.
Anyway.
Great.
But, I don't mind if you try and tell them. You can tell them if you want.
No,
I just don't think there's any reason.
No.
I'd personally prefer they not know. The fewer people they know, the better line of business this is.
I can see it now.
I have a
Mama,
lot
Hearth
of
Crystal
theories. I have a lot of
Recover.
interesting theories regarding...
Skyworm Slayer.
Yeah! Fish people smasher!
I have a lot of interesting theories regarding the... and I look around, just make sure no one's around the Skyworm.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's something we can look into more later.
I agree. Well, shall we get to scribing what we need to scribe?
Sure, let's see if the administrator is back. His office.
Oh yeah, I kind of assumed you said, I want to go talk to my friends for a minute, I'll go join you, and he's like, yes, just come on in whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sooner we get everything scribed, the better. And I'm like, oh, and the Rift Mages. Interesting reading.
When do you say that in front of, is that to Laureate or the administrator or whom?
I say that to Laureate.
Okay.
About Rift Mages.
We remember those people we ran into.
Yes.
I thought it might behoove us to know a little bit more about them.
Yeah, I was told that they were from Summit, but
Mm-hmm.
still don't know why they're there. I have a sneaking suspicion, but It's nothing I really want to say in public here.
No. Just a question. Is the library is only for those of the academy?
Sort of. You have to get permission to enter and use the library. Usually anyone of any kind of status can easily access the ground floor. Even you could probably do it using your family credentials. Once you hit the, once you become a scientist, so you finish your initiation stage and pass, then you get access to the first floor. Then after that, the second floor only people who are doing specific tasks, such as the Silverglades. When we were doing the Silverglades, all the information would have been stored on the third floor. And then there's the fourth floor, which only administrators, heads of the academy can access, which is... I was shocked that I was allowed in, to be honest.
Yeah. I hadn't ever had a need to come here, but now that I see what we have...
Yeah, there is a lot of information here. It's just the time it takes to sift through it all.
Yes.
It's just endless.
Speaking of time, what time is it in game? So I know how much time we have left to get stuff scribed.
All this took, I mean, not as long as you might think per se, but it's been a couple hours, so you're now going into probably early evening.
Okay.
Yeah, so far so good. Seems to be okay. So.
All right.
Yep. All right, so you're setting on copying the materials that you want to copy. That's probably actually going to take the bulk of this time, to be quite honest, since it's rather laborious.
Yeah.
But I think we're just going to say time passes. Every copy is in real time. No. Okay, and you have the information that you wish. Yeah. So you've gotten what you could be able to glean in the window of time you have here. You think pretty clearly.
And did the people from the zoo come with information, or are they going to end up having to come later?
She does send a runner saying, "Well, they're still looking." Yeah, that's the ecology and the biology of this planet, even after the sundering, after the cataclysm is calamity. Sorry, the calamity is vast. It's a lot to look into. We should have a report for you shortly. We'll just send it over to your house.
Well, thank you, and thank the professor for us.
Yep. And once again, I wish to apologize on behalf of the biology department for the incident, and we're very pleased that you came out of it in one piece.
Yes.
I came out of it in several.
Well, I look at your doublet, and I'm like, well, part of you.
I'm going to go up to Initiate and go, perhaps some food from the dining hall as recompense would be appreciated.
Oh, of course, yes. I'll have them send a tray or two up. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, well, that's going to be happy.
Good woman.
Actually, we'll be happy too, because, dinner.
Exactly. And yeah, it's, I mean, since it's the academy, it's good. It's, not quite up to veneer level, but it's perfectly acceptable. Yes. It's roast fowl, some vegetables, things like that. It's, simple fare, but nourishing and quite tasty. And yes, there is a selection of desserts.
Also, we're eating in the library where you're usually not allowed to. Yes, get away.
Well, he set up, he set you up in an alcove with just plenty of napkins and some basins of water. And
get away with it.
Please. Careful. Wash your hands thoroughly when you are finished. But yes, exceedingly rare exception. Yeah, he does allow you to eat here. It's just going to be simpler. So. Yep. All right. Let's see. So that will take you well into the evening now. Is there anything anyone else needs to do either in the library or on the academy grounds, or is that it for here?
I'd like to speak with Professor Son, if possible.
Oh, okay. Regrettably, the message of the runner comes back and says, "I'm afraid that Son is unavoidably occupied and cannot meet with you today. Please, if you want to leave a day and time when you might be able to meet, it's possible she could set something up with you down the road."
That won't be necessary.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna just check on I was gonna check see if there's any updated books in general about hearth crystals in the libraries, based on using my using the knowledge that that was taken from me and used and published.
Okay. That's a knowledge roll.
Four.
All right. Yes, you actually find a relatively new-looking book, because it was only published in the last 10 years, that illustrates some of the precepts, and it's still fairly technical. It's not like this is how to goose your hearth crystal for 50% more speed or anything.
Yeah.
But it does draw on several of the precepts and experiments you had done while you were at the academy. Someone else has expounded on them. There is no credit given to you. Expounded on them as located in the archives. All they say is all the author says.
Yeah. You see Laureate reading this book, and you just see her just slam it shut, just like.
Yep. Indeed.
She's like dicks.
Arrogant, scarly dicks. Pretty much. That's it's like shoves it kind of across the table, like. Yeah, exactly.
I will,
Still outdated.
pick up the book and look at it to see which one it is, and be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Where did this go?
Burn it.
No. No, there's no burning of any book in any library.
Wow. Damn, that's fired.
Well, it's not usual that she is irritated, so I'm very, very calm now.
Exactly.
I am also very irritated. We haven't had much luck on any information other than this ritual and this recording from a few centuries even further back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all we need is a lead.
Perhaps there's some kind of arcane spells that can protect us a bit more. Some kind of.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna look again for anything that can protect us against something trying to steal our life force. Like any type of. Is there any kind of trinkets or? This is where I was hoping to get hearth crystal information. Maybe there's a crystal that protects us if we can somehow get a hold of it. But I'm going to see if there's just arcane abilities that can protect us from.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you quickly realize that you're on the wrong floor for that.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
If you
get
wanted
much.
something like that,
I didn't have time to really do it on the fourth floor. So.
Yeah, so many topics, so little time. Exactly. I mean, it depends on if you want to go back and ask. Problem is, the magic archive section is so vast.
I know.
It
And a lot of it
even
isn't here. It's in part of a special area with the military.
Yeah, and even up there is the restricted area too. So it's complicated. Exactly. Not impossible, but complicated. I mean, you still have time if you want to give it another shot.
I'm sure. Maybe not spells, but maybe relics. I feel like there'd be information on possible relics that may protect against stuff like this.
Give me a knowledge roll at +4.
And see if there's anything. And also, while I'm at that, also anything on my stupid black rock as well. If there's anything on that would be interesting too. So I'll just do the.
Okay. All right, let's take the relic one first.
Which.
Ow!
Yikes!
Ooh. Ouch! Yep. Okay, that didn't quite work out. So we find 100 lost trinkets of Axia. Treasure hunting to go out and find these magnificent things, which are it's ludicrous. It's all insane. It was lost at the calamity thousands of years ago. Like, this is crazy. All right, the rock one, that's the knowledge roll at +2.
You.
Oh,
Oh.
you're not feeling it.
Oh no, it's
I'm
you
pissed
pour
off from
over.
reading the stupid
Yeah,
book.
it's hard to it's really hard to focus. You go through the geology section and the words are just swimming in front of your. You
Yeah,
just
Laura-
can't
L'Oreal
focus
is
enough
just
to pull out the
absolutely
data.
frustrated right now. You can
Yeah,
tell.
it's just-
It's obvious.
Yep.
Laureate, what are you looking for? Tell me what I should be looking for. I will help her and do my
Okay.
own goals.
Anything that can. I feel like there's some kind of objects maybe that could help us. Maybe even to locate. Maybe there's something that can detect spiritual energy or protect us from spiritual energy. Any type of.
Okay. I will scan the different.
All right, that's a knowledge at +5.
Oh, +5, of course. Hey, look at this. It's funny.
We're so good at D&D, you and I.
Yeah, you should see. I so
Except when I play D&D, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
at Pathfinder, I'm usually actually this good. You can ask my teammates until I'm not, and then it's really bad. But
It's
No,
a
that's
lot of books up here. Lots of books.
I get really interested in this,
Whole bunch.
this really interesting trinket thing or magical
Nice.
musical instruments.
You pulled out something that 50 earrings that might be magical, but they're not. They're just really well made. Like, damn it. Yeah,
I get
that's
really
a
interested
no-go.
in something else.
Nope.
Nope.
Hey, Red Lear. Hope
G'day,
you're doing
Red
okay.
Lear.
Good to see you. We are about to wrap. I think fairly soon. But we're going to go on for a little bit longer. So welcome aboard. Have fun. We are playing Emberwind with the Ember crew. Sod, Brahms, Marie, and Jennifer. And they have been spending the entire. Let's see, either stuck in a library, not stuck in a library, researching in a library, or fending off a big crazy creature. So that's what they've been doing this evening. It's
I'm
been
gonna
quite an
leave.
adventure.
Can I leave all the stuff regarding Everest's people
Hey,
with
Lone
him
Wolf.
to read? All the
Yeah, I'm sorry, say that
transcribe-
again?
All the stuff regarding Everest and his people, like the ritual, everything to him, so he can understand it himself.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. You guys can share. I mean, I assume you're going to need a copy. It's going to be shared knowledge. So you can leave it in
Yeah.
the
But he'll be the first one to read
Savoy,
it. So he
the
gets
Veneer
to-
Library, etc., etc. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So I think are we all finally wrapped up at the
I think,
Academy
yeah.
Library?
I think
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
frustratingly trying to find information just with those terrible rolls.
Oh my god, I
Yikes.
can't believe how many funnies.
Okay. All right. And so now, how are you getting back home? I mean, you didn't leave the carriage here all day.
Well,
No, we didn't. We got dropped off.
yeah.
Because your sister had
Before
tables
we
and
head
chairs to make sure
home,
we're being made.
I have to meet my contact. I have to give him an update.
Okay.
Did you say that to us?
Are you thinking this, or you're saying it out loud?
I'm telling it quietly, to the group.
Okay.
And where is that?
Oh, back at the Oh, I always forget the name of that bloody place. The
Dry dock.
The Dry Dock.
Come
Yes,
on.
the Dry Dock. Dry Dock Tavern. Yes, Dry Dock Tavern.
Well, why don't we just accompany you there and let you make your contact, and then we all kind of stick together.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
And expect. You know what to expect. Skulls,
The unexpected.
dogs. You know.
Oh, the chasers. Wow.
Yes.
I don't know.
Expect-
The Dry Dock's on a fairly respectable part of town. I mean, it's close to the docks. It's not in Gelspar.
You know what? We've been
You
attacked in
should be
various parts
okay.
of the city.
Look, your home hasn't been attacked yet.
Not yet.
When
I love the yet.
These merchants.
Yeah.
It's
very negative.
Impunity. Jeez. Anyways,
Maybe they won't attack us with all of us together. Maybe.
maybe. All right.
I think that's
Alright,
wishful thinking.
So I best thing I do is I go over to Administrator Nebben, and I say thank you for your assistance in
Yep,
doing this. Sadly, it wasn't
it
as
was my
fruitful
pleasure.
as possible.
I will keep looking around on my own. It's possibly these files, especially I'm going to get to the bottom of that Silverglades issue. That is not acceptable in my library, in my archives. if I do come across something, Laureate, where can I? Wait, did you give the administrator the card? He has your card, right?
Hmm.
I would have given the administrator a
Yeah.
card as well because
Okay,
I am
yeah.
polite.
Okay, excellent. If I do uncover anything, I will be certain to let you know.
Yeah.
But this cannot stand.
If you can't get in contact with Savoy, just go to the Traveler's Belt over in Charity's Dawn and just ask the tavern keeper.
Okay. All right. Hopefully your next endeavors will be a little bit more successful than here.
And one more thing. And I
Yes.
throw the Hearth Crystal book. We'll already throw it. I kind of toss it to her. And
Gotta catch it with surprise. Like, yes.
this book is horrendously out of date, and just want to let you know that I've since improved on it threefold.
Oh, all right. He kind of sets it on his desk. I will take a look at that. And again, if there's anything, especially your report or notes about the Silverglades, if you've gone back or anything you would care to share with at least the archives, as you know, the mind of man is not perfect, but parchment can last forever. It would be a shame if something were to happen to you and we did not have a full accounting of what happened and what you've discovered
I believe
since.
the information should be available for everyone, so that we can improve Adriel together. But it seems
Well,
there are people.
there are
who
some
don't agree with
who, on both ends, there are some at the higher level and some at the lower level who do not appreciate what we have done here. It goes both ways. You cannot let, and pardon my language, the unwashed masses through here because they would not know what to even be doing with this repository of knowledge. So, should it be available? Yes. It is how that is the challenge for us.
I think everyone should have the opportunity to decide whether or not they should be able to read through all these books.
Well, I mean, the education level in Adriel, of course, needs to be improved. You and I are in complete agreement. But, you know, why would we let someone from Gelspar who can't even read in here? What would be the purpose? You know, that's a problem far beyond my ken. I can do what I can here, but that's something for the council. It was good to see you again, Laureate. It has been too long, and I am still saddened by the circumstances under which you left us.
I'll have you know I've come a long way since.
I can see that.
Figured out a lot more of what's happened since then.
Someday I hope to read about it.
We'll see.
In time. We absolutely will. If you or your party ever need anything else, I will do what I can to assist you. Sometimes that may not be anything, but I will at least try.
Well, you've got Savoy's card, so you can always just head that way, try and find us.
Correct.
Thank you. I think it's time that we go.
Thank you all. It is a pleasure hosting you here at the library. And he'll even actually walk out with you. Not out of, because he has to, but just because you get the sense he really wants to. So. All right. So, still have the problem of how you're getting across to the dry dock over from the academy grounds.
Yes, we're gonna walk.
Lauren's like, good walk through my head.
Yeah, I kind of power walk away.
Thanks, Mama.
I'll stay with her.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, like, yeah, because the dry dock's not all that close to this neighborhood. It's a good hour away, even walking at a fairly fast pace.
Midnight, I doubt there are anything like a taxi.
Well, by the time you got done here, it's like going on 9 o'clock. This is not, you didn't run right up to midnight, but it's definitely well into evening for sure. Yes.
Is there such a thing as a taxi in this area?
This area, yes, but it would only take you halfway. It would take you back to the merchant quarter. It would not take you to the dry dock at this time of night. No.
Oh, how far is the dry dock from my place?
It's a 20-minute walk.
Well, let's get
5 or 7 by carriage if you were to be so inclined.
Well, why don't we get a taxi kind of thing to the veneer place, and then pick up the carriage and go from there.
Well, it depends on if walking Laureate there wants to go along with that plan.
I prefer
so it's
to
up to you.
walk.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because we tend to meet a lot of enemies when we walk.
There-
Not that
there-
I'm against it.
Well, I prefer if they came to see us, because then we can find out where Grinder is.
Sure. Works
Oh,
for me.
please, let's walk. Please.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
One of the great mysteries that will remain so.
Yeah.
Luckily, Red Lear in their neighborhood, that's not going to be that difficult. But like I said, it won't take them all the way to where they want to go. So yeah.
Well, apparently we're walking anyway, so
That's true. They decided to forego the extravagance, apparently. So yes. However, it's quite quiet and well patrolled here. The order is like everywhere, so nothing's going to happen here.
At least not.
Oh yeah, trust the game master to say that.
And the zoo was fun. It was very safe.
Exactly.
You'll be fine.
Can't help it if you guys take circuitous routes and dangerous places from places you shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So, walkie-walkies, you head down from the academy, the merchant quarter,
Oh, Red
lower
Lear.
level artisans. Finally, you make it to near the docks and and it is a walk. You're kind of tired now. Not to impair you at all, but it's a hike. It's finally you are at the dry dock near the docks. So it is by this time 10 o'clock at night, full bore, full blast. So raucous airship crews, dicing, drinking, shouting, swapping tails. What's going on?
So Mama's crowd.
Oh hell yeah!
I like this place. It's a good place.
Yeah, Mama, you've been to the dry dock before, right?
I have been to the dry dock, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Your kind of people, exactly. You know it.
I've made a few friends. I've swapped a few stories already.
Oh, yep. Raised a few glasses, told a few tales. Absolutely.
Feeling right at home.
Indeed. All right. What are people doing?
So if you could just try and be as conspicuous as possible.
No problem.
I meant conspicuous for you because it's impossible for you to be inconspicuous. But if you two could just
play to her strengths. Yes, exactly.
You could just watch my back. Make sure there's no one coming up behind me that isn't one person. It's you'll see if it's a woman. That's my contact. I don't want to say anything else. Just keep an eye out.
We'll keep an eye on you. We got your back.
I'll be up at the bar.
All right. And how are the rest of the party going to array themselves inside the dry dock?
Honestly, I was just figuring we would get a table together, and Mama can tell us a story while we're waiting.
Oh, I was considering actually getting a table face. How many doors are there in the dry dock, John?
There's only one
Just
real
one
main door. I mean, you're typically kitchen. They have a back door to deliveries and stuff like that. There is this one has a small side door for what you think is where the middens, where the restroom would be. It's not inside the building.
I was considering getting a table by himself and then having him against the whatever wall would be not facing the door, but so he would be able to face the door opposite the door.
Oh yeah, you can wedge yourself into a backspace. It's very busy. It's you quickly realize it's impossible to get a table for a group because they're all taken. You can either stand. There are a couple spaces at the bar, and Everest, you can find a spot where you can be relatively inconspicuous on the back wall that gives you a good view of the entire bar. Bar, bartenders, front door, everything, and patrons.
I think that's what he'd end up doing. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Mama and Savoy, where are you two positioning yourselves?
Well, I think Mama is going to find a table where I can easily see Laureate and reach her easily, but preferably a table that looks like it has some people perhaps of the same inclinations as her, and that perhaps I could get some stories from, because I'm feeling a little bit like I would like to hear stories of, the skies a bit. I'm getting a little bit twitchy here. We've been on the ground for a while.
Yeah, you definitely kind of got that itch. That's true. It's very true.
Well, I'm certainly not going to join her there, so I guess I'm gonna go find my place at the bar and just get a drink.
Yeah, it's pretty much like pick any table. Pretty much, you'll be able to ingratiate yourself, especially if you happen to buy the next round. And within a few minutes, you're swapping tails with the best of them. Exactly. And yeah, and although you're enjoying yourself at the same time, yeah, your heart is actually a little ache because you don't have cupcake. You're kind of stuck here in the city, and it's like, man, I am not meant to be here. I'm supposed to be in the air. So it's a little bittersweet actually for you, Mama. It's it's a good time, and you're swapping stories and everything, but at the same time, in the back of your head, like, why are we not in the skies? Why are you not doing what you do best? It's not sitting here drinking. And,
Yeah,
and you kind of just push it away and like take another drink of your ale and just yeah.
And I'm kind of like thinking about like my crew. I gave them money, I dispersed them here, and I just, I don't know what happened to them. Did they find another ship to be on? Like, am I letting them down? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you really feel kind of adrift in the city. You're just like, I mean, you have these people, but it's not your crew. It's not your ship. You're exactly right. It's not what you know. This is unfamiliar territory, and to have your ship still not with you is kind of like you're missing a piece of yourself. Absolutely.
And I've seen the hearth crystal, and now I've got the urge, like, if I had my ship, I could go and chase down another beast and start a side business, and it would be so fantastic, but I can't.
Ooh, sweet. That's true. Yeah, you are. So many opportunities here, and you can just like, well, he changed it, but just like, when he's trying to master that pyromancy, there's opportunities here. You can smell them. You can almost touch them, but they're now. They're just out of your grasp, which is very annoying to you, obviously. Yeah. All right. I don't know how much you're going to drink. It depends on how long you're going to be here or how fast. I'm going to leave that up to you. However, given your current kind of not quite maudlin condition, you may have a couple more than you expect. Kind of like just the ale slides down easy kind of thing. You may have a little bit too much, but I'm going to leave it up to you as to when you're going to cut yourself off. Or if you're not either. Savoy. So within 2 minutes, Mama's swapping tails with looks like a fairly rough and tumble airship crew. Laureate is at the bar waiting for something. She has a word with the tender and then nothing else, and has like a glass of what looks like some sort of weak wine or something. And Everest is out in the shadows near. They don't need to have the fire on. It's not that cold yet. And he's kind of like hanging out there, looking all like what's his name from Fellowship of the Ring, only without the pipe. Aragorn, yeah, exactly. Like Mr. Shrouded in Darkness.
Super broody.
Super broody, yes. Well,
where would you like to position yourself?
At the bar at the other end, where I can see Laureate, but I'm not like next to her.
Okay.
Just get a glass of weak wine, and I know how to nurse it, because I am not going to get drunk here, because I am absolutely certain we're going to get jumped on the way home. So that's the way this day has been going.
Very negative.
Yes, it is.
Look, it was a wild animal. It was a complete accident. It shouldn't have happened. Some safety protocols apparently were a little slippery. So,
How many times has one or more of us been jumped or interrupted or kidnapped on the way back to the estate?
A couple.
Is it just me? Yeah, I mean, is it just me, or has Savoy become far more cynical as the campaign has went on?
She is so cynical right now.
I don't think it's just you. I'm going to tell you that right now.
She was a sweet summer child when she met y'all.
How things have changed.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly.
Well, she feels responsible for you guys now. In fact, she is responsible for you in some ways. So,
Mama Bear.
It is kind of a Mama Bear thing, but it is also a I got to protect my family thing.
Yeah.
Which is like reputation and business and all that. So, yeah. Plus, she really, really, really dislikes Grinder.
Well, you all really dislike Grinder, so there's that.
True.
What are you going to do? All right. The raucous celebration continues. Drinks are bought. dice are thrown, stories are told. After about 20 minutes, Laureate, someone kind of manages to elbow their way into the bar, which is getting more and more crowded. And you hear a whisper in your ear, I hear you've been looking for me.
Sit down. We can talk.
Well, not here.
You gonna go
You
outside?
step outside. Yep. Follow me. And the person heads out to what looks like the side door to the middens. Or the shithole. Everyone else, it is so loud in here. Make me a focus roll, please, at +2. It is loud and crowded here. It's a possibility you may not see this happen.
Bam.
Well, Laurie, you don't need to make it. You're the one going.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying bam. That's all.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Wow.
Yes, I notice.
Ooh. Okay. Well, your skills are serving you well. Excellent. Yes. Let's see. Everyone except Everest. All right. Everest being
Except
off
me.
super broody. That was a little bit too thick over there, apparently, buddy. However, Malma and Savoy, yes, you do see a hooded cloaked figure come up to Laureate, whisper a couple words, and they both start heading off towards the side door.
I'm gonna look towards Savoy and indicate, like, do we follow or do we wait?
I kind of flash 2 fingers, like, give it 2 minutes.
All right.
Because, we don't want to scare off the person. But, if she's not back in a certain amount of time, suddenly
no.
we're going to have to use the privy.
Yeah, sudden urge. Yes, indeed. The wine here is not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. So, it's drinkable. You can say that. All right. The figure weaves its way through. Laureate, you follow, and as they come up there, door slams open. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Staggers back in, and everyone cheers. And yes, the smell is not great. Let's put it that way. But you'll get privacy. Well, more than in here, that's for sure. So yeah, in the cheers, you both slip out, and you are faced with what you presume to be your contact. However, when she takes back her hood, do you remember how Persis Kambata looked in the first Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Completely the bald woman, but still really attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is this person who is not your contact, by the way. As I said,
Not
I hear you've been
Sally?
looking for me. I am Professor Son. Why are you seeking me out? And on that, we're gonna call it for the night.
Oh, shoot.
What?
That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
That's
There you go.
unexpected.
I try to keep you guessing. So yeah, great session in the library. Some people had a little bit more of a active time in the library. Yep, but a good time, guys. Really good work. So good stuff.
I literally have a 16, so it's.
I know
4 out
it
of
was
20.
really. I mean, even like I figured the 5, you'd make at least one of those. I didn't think it'd be that much of a
I
problem.
have a
Like,
1 in 5
yeah.
chance of failing it, and I failed 3 times in a freaking row.
Yeah. Well, what they say when you leave the academy, since you get a little rusty there, it's kind of not quite as on your game.
And I failed
guess
another
that's what
time. So
happens.
that's.
Yeah. So basically, sod par for the course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's combat or digging through library stacks. Yeah, exactly. All right, folks, everyone, this has been Emberwind, episode 17, Race Against Midnight. Our crew did get some information. Is it enough? Who knows? So, and then met with what turned out not to be his contact, or is she? Or what is going on? Well, you'll have to tune in next time to find out. So, Saad, yes, what did you think of this evening's entertainment, and what did you think of the adventure? And tell the people who you are and where they can find you.
It was great. Laureate is still very ticked off at being very frustrated in having such a short amount of time to try and get all this information. If only we had another day.
Well, and then someone plagiarizing your work too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, and that
so,
too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that did
that
not
was
go over well.
expected.
Yep.
Since I
Yep.
was.
It's a cutthroat world. Exactly. So yeah, I really liked your interactions with the librarian and how you tried to cover as much ground as you possibly could.
Yeah, there was so much more I would have gone for, but the amount of time that we had is so limited.
Yeah. Administrator, the high
I would have
really screwed you.
For stuff on where they source their hearth crystals from, where the entire Havaduril, but that information's probably not there. But it was going to be a tribe, and there's so much I could have done. But
like a week. I need a week.
I need
exactly
another week of reading on level 4 of the library.
Yeah, kind of bittersweet coming home again. So waking some feelings, and yep, exactly. So yeah, great job, very good. Want to tell folks what you're up to? And
so I stream twitch.tv/sod_. I stream various games. Currently going through Final Fantasy 13-2 and playing some shooters like Tarkov and PUBG, and various other ones. I don't have a schedule for when next. We don't have the schedule yet for
we haven't set
Emberwind and IAB next month, but hopefully that.
Although we're gonna try to stick to this one, so it would be the second Monday in February. Yeah, second and fourth. We're really gonna try to stick to this so you guys can start tuning in and know we're gonna be here. Hopefully every other week is the plan.
That's the plan.
So
you'll see me here a lot playing lots of RPGs, tabletop RPGs with various people. Hopefully we'll get like Hearts of Wooling going, and there's another thing maybe starting up on Arv's channel. So check me there, check me here. Easy.
Indeed. If chances are 50-50 shot, if you turn this channel on, Sod's going to be here in some capacity.
Yeah.
which is a good thing because he's awesome. All right. So Brahms, Mr. Combat Machine here. Now you've been in both fights. So.
Yep.
What did you think of the session? And then let the people know who you are and where they can find you.
You can find me at Leppy83 on Twitter, and you can find me here playing Emberwind right now. Currently not playing anything else. Still trying to see about Lex Arcana. We'll see if that ever gets off the ground. I'm going to keep plugging it, till the day I die, or until at least comes out. We're still waiting on books. But I mean, the session was really good. I wish I would have remembered to use my disintegrate earlier.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Might have helped.
That would have shortened that combat a bit. Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah, I could have shaved a couple rounds off actually. So yeah. Like I said, you won't forget next time.
Nope. And
you're right. You had no excuse for getting this time because you remembered last time. So no. That's on you, buddy. It's on you. But,
yep. True story. And the other thing is that I'm interested to see what the effect of learning the high level pyromancy is actually going to be at a later date for Everest.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I gotta figure out what that's gonna be exactly. So
yep.
But I will. We'll come up with something. It'll be interesting. I'll figure out something for you. Yeah. Because you put in the effort at least, so that'll count for something. So yep, I'm glad to have you here, and glad you had a good time. On to the redoubtable Malma, Marie Bilodeau. So good to have you here as well. It's been great to having everyone here for 2 sessions. It's been awesome. What did you think of the session? And then let people know who you are and where they can find you.
Sure. I really enjoyed the session. I feel like Malma is getting to a point where she's getting a little bit antsy, though, which surprised me. I didn't think we were there yet, but we went to a library. And she saw Hearth Crystal, and that seemed more fun.
Well, see, it was the Hearth Crystal, I think, when you saw that, it reminded you of everything you're missing right now.
Yeah, it's all the things, all the bit, because if she had her ship, she'd go out and be like, let's go and get us another one, and like that's how we're going to make our business, right? Corner the market. But she can't.
There you go. And right, you're landlocked.
I am landlocked, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah. It's starting to weigh on you. I mean, you guys have been running around for a few weeks now. It's starting to weigh on you. Exactly. Yeah.
It is, and I like my crew. Like I like my people here, but there's a whole other world for me out there, and I am feeling like this place is too small. We're always seeing the same places, the same people, the same.
City's closing in on me.
Yeah, the sunrises and the sunsets are all the same. The horizon lines are the same. It's not Malma's favorite thing.
Gotcha. Right.
So she's feeling
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, surprise.
Kind of. Yeah. Absolutely. Excellent. Yeah. That is good rock on. Yeah. I was wondering how long it was going to take for the happy-go-lucky mama to start feeling like, man, I'm spending way too much time on this ground, and you played it really well. I think that was really, I was glad that you took that view of the hearth crystal and kind of ran with it. That was really cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Thank you. I was waiting for something. I knew eventually something would grab her, and it did. So
Yep.
good position.
So now the question is, what is Mama going to do about it? And I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the Starlight Commons ball coming up, so you got to have at least one more thing you have to do here. So
it's the perfect time to do a heist.
Oh, yeah.
Steal it from the academy.
You don't know. Mama
We'll play as bears. I'll be a honey badger.
Where's my hat?
No Emberwind. No Emberwind. All right. Well, great to have
maybe
you.
at the Starlight Ball, we'll be able to talk to Lady Nakia about getting your ship back.
That would be okay, because I'm feeling it. And Mama might talk to Savoy.
Business can be, perhaps, if approaching the right way, business can be had. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
But anyways, great to have you, Marie. Always a pleasure. You got anything you've coming out recently? Anything where the people can find you? Sales or conventions? Yeah. You run around a lot. I know that.
I do. That is fun. I just was at Confusion last weekend.
Okay.
But now I'm not going to be anywhere for a bit that I recall, so I might be wrong, but that's okay. I did have Hellborn come out just a couple of months ago. So that's available on Amazon. And you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, which I'm still shitty at, but I'm working on. And come say hi.
Okay, excellent.
My name.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Savoy Mama Bear Veneer. Jen, what did you think of tonight's session? And tell the folks where they can find you afterward.
I was actually glad we got attacked in the library. Or actually in the zoo.
I was 50-50 whether I was going to plan it. Like, well, I probably should do something here just because. And that seemed like the best place to do it. So like, all right, let's go with it.
And it was completely unexpected that Laureate's like, oh, they pulled that prank on you? And I'm just like, nobody pulls a prank on me. So
I'm like, oh crap, he's gonna get the professor in trouble now? Like everyone's gonna get sanctioned because of it. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah.
Well, the initiates might get in trouble, but
they might exactly.
But no, I enjoyed that. I'm still thinking we're gonna get jumped on the way home because if you look statistically.
It's happened nearly every time, yes.
We've been stopped, jumped, kidnapped, attacked on the way from one place to another. Has been actually pretty high. So I don't think I'm just being cynical.
No.
Paranoid.
No, hey, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. So yeah, exactly.
And just to confirm, John, there's one more night after this before the Starlight Ball. So
that is correct.
Okay.
Yes. That is correct. Yes.
So
one more day and evening, and then the next night is the ball itself. That is, yes, you are right. So some time to take care of some things, and then the ball will be upon you. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get to it next session. I'm not sure. That's up to you guys. So yeah.
And you can find me online everywhere as Jennifer Brozek or Jennifer_Brozek. In March, I will be at Rainforest Writers Retreat, and I'm also going to be appearing on a panel about tie-in fiction at Emerald City Comic-Con with Sean M. McGuire and Delilah Daw and Jen Gates.
Cool.
That should be fun.
Sweet.
And again, congratulations on the long list for Elder Gods, how to fight Elder Gods, and hopefully we'll make the short list soon.
I'm hoping, well, February 20th is when I'm going to find out. I don't know what day of the week that is. That is a Thursday. So actually, that's after our... actually, 24th, I should know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll have really good news at the end of February. Otherwise, I have the Rogue Academy Iron Dawn out and Shadowrun Nikita Red.
So, all good stuff from Jen. Go find it. Good stuff from Marie. Go find her stuff too. Go buy everyone's stuff. That's my final thoughts on the night. All right, folks. That is the Ember Crew, and I'm John Helfers. We are going to sign off for the evening. I think Saad, you're doing a little raid thing, something?
Yeah, I'll sort that out in a sec. We'll raid someone. We can do it.
All right, folks. But thanks for attending. We hope we'll see you here in roughly 2 weeks for the next session of Emberwind, Skies of Axia. Take care and good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Alright, guys.